Welcome, Frank Bay Live back in the building. Been a minute, not much going on. Diego Pacheco in action. Should be a layup, but in case you've been living under a rock, Vergil Ortiz is back, and all the usual boxing drama. Terrence Snackford still clout chasing, you know, same old thing. But Vergil Ortiz is back. In case you've been waiting, so we got to break it down. We'll take a look at War Pacheco, Diego Pacheco back in action. Does anybody care if Diego Pacheco's in action? I mean, sheesh, it's a layup of a fight. Give you a little eye candy. Amanda Serrano, she'll be fighting on TikTok, right? Smash or pass. And let's get to an intro. That's right. Salute Morb DC, a real one. SJW, we want Shiraz versus Pacheco. I've heard that too. They call Diego Pacheco a duck. He'll be fighting in Carson, California, right? Tomorrow versus Rasim Halim. What up, Jay Will? What up, Frank? That's right. Freakolino Bay. Friday edition. It's been about almost a week since I've been on. This YouTube game is something else. That's the thing with boxing. There's a lot going on than nothing going on. Looks like the Charlos are having visa issues. Apparently he won't be on the card. I seen he was on the card. Now he won't be on the card. But at Frank Bay, we do it all, right? But the big thing on the Ennis might drop the belt soon. Is that another rumor? Holy schmoly. Right? Also, Amanda Serrano. Is she cute? Is she sexy with it? A Puerto Rican chick? Yeah, but she has some manly features. She's definitely a smash. I don't know if you'd wife her up, but she's yoked as hell. She's actually cuter than Alicia Bumgarner, in my opinion. Fulton having visa issues also. I have an interesting take on that. I will drop the link a little bit later. Hit the like for one time for Frank Bizet. Right to the busy bay. People love that one. You know what? I was thinking, I was like, it's kind of convenient that they had visa issues, right? Hear me out. What if they just didn't want to pay the money? They didn't want to pay Fulton and they didn't want to pay Charlo. They used it to sell the pay-per-view. And now conveniently they fall out, right? With this new DAZN contract or whatever, this new DAZN deal they have. It's kind of convenient that the guys topping the card will pull out, because I don't think it matters over where he's fighting Tim Tszyu. They'll be fighting under No Limit in Australia, but they'll get paid by No Limit. I don't think PBC is putting up the money for the card. That's my speculation. So, it's kind of I know it's interesting. I'm just telling you that there may be some shenanigans going on. Joshua Anton might become the mandatory for Ennis belt next year. No idea who that guy is. But yeah, man, Duran Ennis is he's saying Vergil Ortiz ducked him. That's what I'm seeing all around the internet. Vergil is a duck. Edward thinks he's a duck. And I can't take you at your word, Edward. I'm sorry. You're Vergil Ortiz fanboy. I mean, a Duran Ennis fanboy. And nothing you say really, I think, is objective. Free promotion for the card could be onto something. You understand what I'm saying, Jay Will? Yeah. What if they never intended to go? Speaking of Charlo and Fulton, it was just used to kind of hype the fight, and they had no intention, because as someone noted on X Twitter, they said, why are they applying for visas so late? You normally do not do that. And all of a sudden they have issues. And, this always happens with PBC cards, right? Tank Davis opponents pulling out, new opponents, the switcheroo on Tim Tszyu. They're always screwing Tim Tszyu over, right? I'm a Vergil guy, but it's strange how this all came about. I hear what you're saying, and I was thinking that. That's why I said the title is Vergil Ortiz a duck, because I make no qualms and bones about it. I am on the side of Vergil Ortiz. I don't think Vergil Ortiz has done any wrong. I think it's obvious Jerron Ennis is a duck, but I'm going to play devil's advocate against myself. See, that's one thing I will do. I will dissect my own narrative, right? Big difference there, right? When someone dissects their own narrative, because I'm on the side of Vergil Ortiz on this, right? Okay, he's back. He's back, but is it a little bit suspicious? Is it a little suspicious that all of a sudden he has issues? You see what I'm saying? I can be objective. I can get outside of Frank Bay and dissect Frank Bay's own arguments and poke holes in Frank Bay's arguments. Vergil is 100 a duck. Edward, you know what? You and I think we went back on it. I'm going to drop the link, but you better have some good shit. All right? You better have some good shit, because I'm not going to play games with you today, okay? Charlo just had that whole DUI and I believe unregistered gun in the car, so that's probably an issue. I'm sure it is, but isn't that something that should have been taken care of beforehand? I'm playing conspiracy theorists, right? So, you know, let's get on track here.
I'm your teacher. You have to pay attention.
That's right. You guys are some horny guys. You guys always like that. But let's talk about it, man. Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Are you on Jerron Ennis' side, or are you on Vergil Ortiz's side? Also, Diego Pacheco. You know, here's the thing with boxing, man. It's like, how much can you really talk about Diego Pacheco fighting Alim? I mean, let's be realistic. Let's talk about that before we get to Vergil Ortiz and Jerron Ennis and some of the other news and notes. Ha ha ha. Yeah, man. You guys are some horny guys, right?
Sorry. I just love a good roast beef sandwich.
I'm telling you. Frank Bay has discipline. See, that's the difference between me and you guys. You know what I'm saying? I just say no. I don't chase, I replace. Pacheco is weak. I like both fighters. Who? Ennis and Ortiz? You know, you can like both. You can like both fighters. There's nothing wrong with liking both fighters. But we got to do this, man. We got to do this. We got to tell the truth. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. What do they say? The truth shall set you free. But in boxing, rarely do you ever get the truth. That's the thing, right? You never really get the truth in boxing. You got Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur, Tank Davis, all these guys tweeting back and forth, and everybody's ducking everybody. The worst thing you can do in boxing is be called a duck, labeled a duck, called a duck, be proven a duck, but rarely can you ever really prove it. See, that's the thing with the duck talk, right? It's really hard to prove. And that's what matters in life, right? There's opinions, and then there's evidence, there's proof. See, everything else is just talk. People talk. People call each other haters. People call each other liars. But what matters is, can you prove it? Can you prove what you're saying? Do you have the receipts, as people like to say? So here it is. Diego Pacheco, Alim. We'll go through this 10 rounds, super middleweight. All right. It'll be at 5 o'clock on DAZN. On the undercard, Andy Cruz, Montoya, Chop Gonzalez, Alameda, A-Tang, and Williams. After that, nothing much going on. Oh, there is a Pro Box card. You guys are cooking in the chat. Hit the like. Remember, Jerron Ennis turned down the Murtazalia fight. That did happen. We will dissect that. Again, remember the key. Opinions and truth. That will be the theme. Opinions versus truth. Versus evidence, right? Versus receipts, facts, things of that nature. Frank, that Devin Shakur, Keyshawn talk is exhausting. They fight more on social media than in the ring. And sadly, that's true. But this is the boxing talk. When we have cards like Pacheco, Alim, naturally people are just going to focus on the drama talk, right? Devin Baby Mama got his ass for the bag. I did see that. Devin Haney is a cuck and a simp. Devin Haney is a simp, and he's a pretty ugly dude. Now, I don't really judge people, judge men, but you can look and tell when somebody's ugly. Bill Haney is an extremely ugly person. Not just a look in the face, but he seems like an ugly person. Just I don't know, just weird. I noticed the Ennis ducked every big puncher at 154. That's the worst thing. Calling someone a duck in boxing is like calling a man on the street, a bitch. Once you call somebody a bitch, you better be ready to fight, right? On the street, at school, at the club. You call another dude a bitch, you better be ready to fight. And in boxing, calling someone a duck is like calling them a snitch, calling them a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the streets, right? Calling somebody a snitch to get you killed, unalived. I'm surprised Devin's such a simp with Bill being an ex-pimp. That's the thing, man. A simp is a simp is made. You grew up being ugly, you're not able to talk, you're kind of weird, then you're called a simp. You turn into a simp, especially if you got money. It's easier to just spend money than have game and try to pick up women, right? Ennis duck Jesus Ramos, Murder Oliver, and both Ramos and Murder Oliver are big punchers. Yeah, he wanted 2 tune-ups. He not your type, bruh. No shame. Okay, Rick. 100. And it ain't no shame in being a simp if you're happy like that. But, being a simp usually comes back to bite you in the butt. You know what I'm saying? When you get played like Devin Haney is getting played. Salute Frank Bay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hit the like for me. Pacheco Aleem. Let's look at the fight info. Going through this, because it is the fight. Instead of always talking about gossip. Dignity Park, Health Sports, Carson, California. Diego Pacheco, 25-0. Aleem, 22-4. Now, Aleem had just recently fought on a pro box card. He got beat by Lester Martinez in kind of a lackluster fight. Tail of the tape, Diego Pacheco was a tall mofo at 6'4". Aleem is 5'9", 32 years old. Not really much going on, man. Not much going on with that fight. The undercard looks decent. Cruz Montoya, but who's Montoya? He's got 7 losses. Chop is fighting Alameda. This might be the best fight, 30-3. I think Alameda was a former title challenger. Yeah, and then you got Ryan Garcia suing the Haneys. Devin Haney's just a simp. He's not a street dude. He's just a simp. Now, people say, well, who the fuck are you, right? Yeah, Devin Haney, he's successful. He's rich. He's a decent boxer. But that money doesn't replace character, right? We've seen it with the Floyd Mayweather, right? Character is everything in life. Character defines you. Whether you have money or not is not what defines you. And Devin Haney and the suing and back and forth, accusing Ryan Garcia, it just looks weak. Morb says it's very suspicious that Ennis still hasn't fought a big puncher at 147, 154. The matchmakers probably know he is chinny. I would not disagree with that. I mean, he got rocked by Xander, right? So the Aleem stat, Diego Pacheco steps in the ring, 25-0, 18 of those coming by way of knockout. Diego Pacheco and Emmanuel Ali fight of the orthodox stance. Diego Pacheco said win this handily, right? What? Haney also playing child support like May Runner. He backs in version of what? Oh, Shmoney guy? I don't know. You're all over the place, Rick, but thank you. This doesn't look, like I said, this doesn't look like to be a matchup that is worthy of staying home for. It'll probably be a walkover by Aleem. The only thing that, holy shit, man. The betting, what did I do? The betting stats, what is it? This is what I wanted to see. The odds. The odds are Diego Pacheco is currently 20-1, minus 2,000 to win the fight outright. You can get 9-1 on Emmanuel Aleem. So this is a blowout, right? It's pretty disgusting that they're putting on, and you have to pay for this. So honestly, there's really no need to sit home and watch this fight. I mean, you could throw 100 on Emmanuel Aleem and pray. You'd have to drop 2,000 just to win 100. And it's just like, I was very disappointed in Diego Pacheco when he signed this fight. And he had a really lame excuse. This is Diego Pacheco that said Mexican boxing is rock 'em, sock 'em, and Mexican boxing has no skills. That was that Diego Pacheco. And then he had the nerve to come and put this fight on. And this is where the zone slips, is they put these showcase fights that for what? We just had good fights with I think the good fight that is coming up is August 1st. William Zepeda and Lamont Roach was a good fight. But this is kind of pathetic. I mean, this is a lame ass opponent. Diego's trying to pass over, and he's claiming that and it's only 10 rounds. People say that he ducked Hamza Shiraz. But yeah, Diego, man, you're dropping the ball with this. This should be a walkover. And when it's things like that, there's really not much to say. Hopefully he gets a big fight next. He was dropped in his last fight by Sajado, the French guy who gave him a pretty rough fight. He did pull it out. He did win. But, he changed trainers. He used to be with Jose Benavides. It didn't work out. He wanted somebody more a part of his team, so he hired Buddy McGirt. He's training with Buddy McGirt. If you remember, Buddy McGirt is famous in the ring and outside. I think he trained Arturo Gatti. Hamza, Iglesias, and Billy, I'd take over Diego. You know what? I wouldn't disagree, but Diego's a live dog, man. Diego Pacheco's a good fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, but this taking on this guy is showing no confidence and is not helping his stock. You know what I'm saying? And also his last outings, he's not really impressed. So it's really hard to get behind him. And I understand it, but I would favor Diego Pacheco over Christian and Billy. That's one thing I would do. Never been real high on Diego. Understandable. A couple fights ago, I think I would be, but after his kind of lackluster performances, people have jumped off the train. Aleem did go the distance against Lester Martinez. I mean, going the distance is like finger banging, right? Like, yeah, I mean, you touched it and got stinky finger, but I mean, what did you really do? Right? Dago is like the most new gen, tons of skill, no balls. That's actually a racial slur. Calling them Dago is a racial slur, Rick, in case you didn't know. But salute. I get it. But Diego Pacheco, man, he's been labeled a duck. Another guy that people are calling a duck. But the fight I am, this, it was supposed to be Cruz versus Albert Bell was supposed to be his opponent for this fight. But the fight that is interesting is Chop Gonzalez. Robert Garcia is very high on him. Salute, we fight all night. I will be dropping the link. We are going to get to the meat and potatoes. This is the appetizer, talking about the lackluster Diego Pacheco fight. At least next week is Earl Spence and Timmy Zoo, but we got issues there. Daniel Blancas is a better fight than Diego Pacheco. So, look, man, Diego, when I'm going to sum it up, Diego better look good. That's all I'm saying. He better make a statement and look great, right? Because if he looks even somewhat lackluster, his stock is going to drop heavily. And when I say heavily, I mean heavily. Right? But are you guys going to be watching the fight? Are you guys going to sit home and, tune into that Diego Pacheco fight? It's not really a fight that I'm too interested, but I'm going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But the zone's got to do better. This is Oscar. So the meat and potatoes of the live, as in case you haven't known, Vergil Ortiz is back. He is back. Who's ready? Who's excited? Let's hear what Oscar announces. Golden Boy and Vergil have patched things up and look to make the fight against Boots Ennis this year. So let's hear what Oscar had to say.
Guys, I am extremely happy to announce that Golden Boy and Vergil Ortiz have patched things up. Let's make the biggest fight happen. Boots Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz this year.
So that's coming out of Oscar's mouth. Where are you from? Tejas, Chicago? What? The West Side, West Coast, baby. You're thinking of, yeah, no, but when I say it on air, I'm saying a racial slur thanks to you. But it's Diego. Diego, right? Frank Espinoza is fighting in the undercard. You'll be watching that in UFC. Yeah, man. I got 3 phones, 2 computers, 2 TVs. I'm able to watch. You know who's also fighting? Victor Ortiz. He'll be fighting in bare knuckle. I definitely want to watch that. I'm looking forward to that. Are you guys looking forward to the return of vicious Victor Ortiz in bare knuckle? Vergil versus Boots, my number 1 fight for 2026. You know, see, here's the thing. It's probably the Jaron Ennis doesn't want it. So Vergil Ortiz is already going at it with people. If you can't see, let me maybe try to prop it up. Can you guys see my screen? Vergil Ortiz is saying so Amino Boxing, he says Rick Mirgan and Vergil Ortiz on their knees literally begging for a Boots payday. And he has the meme, wait, where does it start? Excuses. Yeah, you can see. Thank you. Jay Will, you're a real one. I appreciate it. So he says again, now it's starting. Rick Mirgan and Vergil Ortiz are on their knees literally begging for a Boots payday. So do you see how the narrative has changed? So Vergil Ortiz responds, so basically it's either I'm ducking the fight or I'm begging for the fight. Laughing emojis, moron. So again, whose side are you on? Are you on Vergil Ortiz's side? Or is he a duck? Are you on Jaron Ennis' side and you are okay with him playing the A side, B side? So Amino posts that. Let's look what people are saying. Amino post, Rick Mirgan and Vergil Ortiz are on their knees, literally begging for a Boots payday. Respectfully says, imagine saying it's begging when your own promoter says it's the biggest fight. Significantly more money than Kelly or Fedor. That's a direct quote. Amino replies, the boaster, all you did was provide a reason why they begging. Ducking and begging, crazy shit. Adelaide, they want the same terms when they have the most money. They should be chasing Fedor for the belts. Boots going to collect all the belts. I thought there was more. Tell your manager to get offline and handle business behind the scenes. That's how fights gets done. He's ruining your career. So this is what it's looking like. It's looking like a lot of people are supporting Jaron Ennis, saying that he's moved on because that's what happened. Jaron Ennis has said that he's moved on and he's not looking at Vergil Ortiz. Winky Wrights Highguard says, nah, it's because before he got the belt, he hasn't fought nobody. He stepped in the ring and he said he'll fuck you up. My dream fight is Earl Spence. Then boom, Beef and Oscar. Now Boots got belts. He get clipped. Okay, this guy's Black Mamba says, nah, you lost leverage. You said Boots was next. Hopped out the ring to call out Earl. Then had a whole league dispute with Oscar. Meanwhile, Boots won 2 belts while you was fucking around. You can't spin the block and act like the same when you lost leverage. So there, people are just saying that Vergil Ortiz ducked by sitting out. Go get a belt. Wait your turn. So you can see the narrative already starting. They're saying that Vergil Ortiz lost leverage. That him sitting out was a duck. Do you guys agree with that? Xander Zayas, Jaron Ennis didn't sell well. I haven't seen the numbers for that. That Amino Kant is a simp like your homie Devin. I'm not on the Amino dude side. Pandora is the A side against Ennis if they fight. No matter what team Ennis say, they need that Vergil smoke before all said and done, and not the other way around. Well, apparently his fans are siding with him. Your team ducked for you. I don't know what's worse, Mr. Pragmatic. How are you WC interim and not trying to fight Fedora? Boots shouldn't even be looking your way. I like you as a fighter, but you should have to earn the fight now. Damn, man. My mic is tripping. I hate this shit. Go fight Fedora, champ. Boots is lined up with Kelly at the end of the year. So everybody is pretty much saying that they side with Jaron Ennis. That's what it is, because Jaron Ennis has come out. Team Ennis has said they're not looking Vergil's way. When did belts even matter? That's the thing. You tried to big dog him when you had your chance, and even then, you haven't done shit in the sport. Boots still had a belt then. Now the tables turn, and Boots is pound for pound guy with multiple belts now, and you still haven't done shit in the sport. Why you deserve this fight? Jay Will, I think both sides have moved funny. Boots never should have taken a tune-up with Lima at 154, especially when he was such a weight bully. However, Vergil has now moved duckish. Vergil needs to get a belt now. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. You have no belt, and you duck. Go get a belt, pussy. Stop complaining. You had a chance, and you sued when Booty signed the contract. Shut up, fuck up, and put the gloves on. Okay, so this is what it is. Everybody's supporting Jaron Ennis. Go get a belt, bro. Go for Fedora. Forget this fight now. Hey, Vergil, why don't you fight one of the champs? Hey, Vergil, please let us know why you don't fight Fedora. Okay, so everybody is saying that they don't want the Vergil Ortiz fight now. Vergil, be reasonable. Boots is in a position where he can be undisputed in the next two fights. Why would he not prioritize that? Okay, so everybody's okay with Jaron Ennis moving on. That's what it looks like, right? I think the next fight versus Boots. I think the next fight is Boots versus Bakram, low key. So he's gonna duck the Vergil Ortiz fight and fight a guy coming off a loss, because that's what's happening. Boots Ennis has said that he wants to fight in Atlanta. That's what he's been saying. I'm trying to find it for you, but basically he's saying that he wants a homecoming fight, or he wants to milk the Xander Zayas fight, which is something that I had said that he would probably most likely do. That he wasn't going to fight Vergil Ortiz next. It wasn't going to happen. They are nuts. I want to fight even more. Yeah, Jay will, but that's not how boxing works. Like it or not, Ryan Garcia. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. I'm looking for okay, so this is Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis did his part to make Vergil Ortiz fight happen. Now it's time to move on. So let's hear this duck talk, right? Let's hear this. It's just crazy that people accept this.
Everybody asks me about it all the time. You know, I did my part, and like I said, I thought the fight was done. You know, after he had Fort Lubin, and we get out the ring, he talking about he want to fight Errol Spence. That's his dream fight. So I'm like, it was crazy. And then leading up to making the fight happen, I started training for that fight in January. So because we were supposed to fight in March, then we were supposed to fight in April, then we were supposed to fight in May. Then we wind up, you know, fighting Zayas. So I technically kind of like trained for 5 months, you know, for Zayas, because they switched my opponent and all that stuff. But you know, it is what it is, and you know, right now, like I said, my task is belts. I mean, I ain't, you know, I'm the man of this division. I do what I want, you know.
See, that's key right there. They are nuts. They are nuts. I want to fight even more. Vergil is going to negotiate himself out the fight. Unfortunately, I'm okay with that. Boots getting Josh Kelly. I guess if no Vergil, bro should take the offer or become a Mando or accept 25%. Vergil don't have no say-so in this situation. It's funny when Tank Davis says belts don't matter. All these dudes and cucks agree with them. Good point. I would lowball Vergil for wasting a year out of my career. Okay. So it looks like people agree with Jaron Ennis. They are okay with him ducking Vergil Ortiz, right? That's what you're saying. You're okay with this Floyd Mayweather. I don't need to fight him. I do what I want. Do you remember when Canelo Alvarez said the same thing about David Benavidez? He got shit on. This is Canelo Benavidez all over again. In this case, Jaron Ennis would be Canelo, right? Having the prestige, having the belts, and Vergil Ortiz would be David Benavidez, right? Remember, David Benavidez lost those belts, and Canelo Alvarez held that over his head. And we fight all night is okay with the A-side, B-side shenanigans. You know, as boxing fans, we say we don't like that shit. Oh, we're tired of other side of the street, A side, B side. Now, when you have one of the biggest fights in boxing, you're okay with it, which is it's just interesting to me. Vergil did as well. Not to mention he was offered the fight as well before Lubin. Crocs decided with Lima. Turkey already exposed Boots for turning down the Vergil fight. Jay Will says, I'm not okay with it. Ducking, the last time he tried to fight Vergil, he ended up sitting for a year. Vergil has nothing to offer. So there we go with the A side, B side. That's the same thing that Canelo Alvarez said about David Benavidez. And Canelo Alvarez got a bunch of shit for it. Why is Jaron Ennis get a pass? Let's hear what he has to say again. I want to break this down.
He asked me about it all the time. You know, I did my part, and like I said, I thought I thought the fight was done. You know,
he says he did his part. He says he did his part, but he did turn. So his part is turning down the fight 2 times. Yeah, Ennis, you did your part turning down the fight. That much is known. But let's continue.
After he had Fort Lubin, and we get out the ring, he talking about he want to fight Errol Spence. That's his dream fight. So I'm like,
no, he said he would fight. That's not what he said. He was just asked a question about Errol Spence, and he said it was a dream fight. He did say that he has known Errol Spence. It's a Texas fight. But you were saying you wanted Errol Spence and Fundora also. See, Jaron Ennis will not tell you that.
it was crazy. And then leading up to making the fight happen, I started training for that fight in January. So, because we were supposed to fight in March, then we were supposed to fight in April, then we were supposed to fight in May. Then we wind up, fighting Zaya. So I technically.
So that's one part that I can understand. If it's true that he was preparing for Vergil Ortiz. Watch Team Ennis use these bullshit tactics on Fundora. Oh, it's going to happen. We fight all night. If he wants to fight, it's on Boots' terms. If the fight don't happen, it's because Vergil and his team want more than they are getting. Boots has no reason to turn it down. Well, he's already turning it down. See, that's the crazy thing. We fight all night. He's already telling you he's turning it down. He's not even going to listen. See, that's the crazy thing is that that's the part you're missing is he's already turning it down. He's already telling you. So I dropped the link. I will pin it. You hop on. Tell me what you think. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fight all night. Vergil clearly wants to fight Spence more than Boots. I would never force a man to do something he don't want to do. Well, he was asked the question, and all he did was answer the question. See, people miss that part. Vergil Ortiz never ducked Jaron Ennis. He said yes when he was offered the fight for the most money they were both going to get. I don't understand how people forget that part. We fight all night. You forget that part. You play ignorant on that part. But like I said, Fook these politics and Fook these Timo elite. What? You're all over the place, but it's funny. It's funny. I mean, Ennis already turned down Turkey 3 times. He did. It's the truth. Nah, you clearly a Vergil fan. We fight all night. See, you have a bias. I think, hop on. Tell me what you think. You clearly are a Vergil fan. No, see, here's the thing. I'm going to be critical and objective. Like I said, I can see multiple sides to anything. The only reason I side with Vergil is because Jaron Ennis did, in fact, turn down the fight for the most money because he wanted tune-ups. That did happen. I can't support somebody that literally turned down the most money they were ever going to make, to fight a tune-up. I can't support that. I don't know how you can. The bias is with that Jaron Ennis looks like a duck. He turned down Murtazaliev. Terrence Crawford called him a duck. This guy has turned down. He didn't want to fight Brian Norman. There's multiple occasions that Jaron Ennis has just looked for the easiest fight. It's just a fact, brother. It's just a fact. So Boots, Duck, and Vergil, but willing to unify with Xander Fundora, make it make sense. He was never willing to unify with Fundora. He wanted tune-ups. We've been down this road before, but you see, you guys are talking about the past. Let's talk about right now. Right now. See, you guys want to convolute things. You want to muddy the waters. Vergil has done absolutely nothing at 154. Done nothing but beat the guy who arguably beat Bud Crawford, the most dangerous guy at 154, Israel Madrimov, right? Because That's what people were saying when he gave Bud Crawford a run for his money. Vergil's been fighting tune-ups his whole career. I mean, Boots chose bum-ass Lima, and that's what happened. That did, in fact, happen. Vergil fought Richard Lawson, a dude with a brain aneurysm, his first fight at 154. There was nobody at 154 yet. I'd have to look back. Sebastian is a duck. Boots should just say water under the bridge and try to make the fight. Now, that's what I'm talking about. See how everybody uses the passy when it was people bringing up Team Ennis turning down the fight. That's what people said. They said, well, that was the past. We want the fight now. Do you see how the narrative spins? So let's finish with Jerron, and it's the same.
We kind of like trade for 5 months, you know, for Zayas, because they switched my opponent and all that stuff. But you know, it is what it is, and
it is what it is.
You know, right now, like I said, my task is belts. I mean, I ain't, you know, I'm the man of this division. I do what I want.
So that's the key part. This is the key part. I'm the man of this division. I do what I want.
Like I said, my task is belts. I mean, I ain't, you know, I'm the man of this division. I do what I want. You know, and I got 2 belts at this division, and my goal is to be undisputed, and that's what I'm going to do.
This is the same guy who said that at 154. He turned down the Vergil Ortiz fight because he said he wanted undisputed at 147. Do you remember that? That's what he said. And then his tune changed. Then it was, no, I want to go to 154. Do you remember that? Jerron Ennis has used this narrative time and time again. It seems like this is a pattern of behavior with him. He's somehow magically able to get away from tough fights by going after belts. But what happened to belts don't matter. When it was Canelo Alvarez talking about belts, undisputed, you don't deserve it. Do you remember that? He got shit. Okay, hold on. Okay, you're on, Edward. Hold on. Let me read these comments first, and then I'll let you speak. It's not up to the champ to make the fight, bro. The business clearly knows this is a fight people want. It's up to Vergil to accept the fight or make a legit one. Well, I'm going to tell you about that. Last we saw Vergil won at $12 million. That's duck talk. I don't remember seeing that. Coach Eddie, yeah, Fedora is protected. Who's making $12 million per fight? Maybe one day. We fight all night. I would say Boots is the A side, so to speak, especially just winning 2 belts. Snackford, Duke fought a bum. Xander's eyes. Suddenly he's the man. Okay. But let me just tell you this. When Canelo was talking this, Jerron Ennis has not even done anything to say he's the man. He's won 1 fight, picked up 2 belts off one guy, right? Now he's claiming to beat Floyd Mayweather in the face of boxing. When guys said, I'm the man, I do what I want, it was usually after they had become the face of boxing. You don't say this after winning beating a number 5 guy in the division for 2 belts.
It is what it is, and you know, right now, like I said, my task is belts. I mean, I ain't, you know, I'm the man of this division. I do what I want, you know, and
I do what I want. Floyd Mayweather used that, and Canelo used it too, and he got shit for it. But apparently, you guys are okay with it. And Edward, you hate Canelo, but when Canelo said it, it was a problem. But now that Boots does it, it's okay. So explain that to me.
First of all, I'm gonna stay on the topic. The topic is Vergil and Boots.
No, you answered the question. I'm asking.
I ain't gotta answer nothing, Vergil, because you up here spinning. You up here spinning narratives.
No. You answered I'm asking you a question. That's how conversations go.
So Vergil Ortiz is a duck.
And explain how he's a duck. He wants to fight.
No, he could have fought. Xander offered Vergil to fight. Vergil didn't want to fight. That could have been Vergil. That could have been Vergil Ortiz fighting Xander for the belts.
You got to show the receipts for that. I don't believe
these.
That.
Hey, I'm telling you what. This came out of the horse's mouth.
Who? Where? When? Where can
Xander, Xander said this.
And you're just gonna believe Xander Zayas?
This is what Xander said. That's all I can believe. Am I supposed to believe you? Every time you open your pie hole, you have like every time you open your mouth, you speaking facts.
There's opinions and proof. Just because a fighter says something doesn't make it true.
But what he says is more valid than what you got to say.
No, but you're choosing to believe him over everybody else. Vergil says it didn't happen. It's
Well,
not
I
true.
don't believe
Vergil
that.
Ortiz said it wasn't
The
true.
way Vergil has moved, Vergil has had opportunity after opportunity. This dude has never even fought for a legitimate belt. Never.
So then fight him. And then Jaron Ennis should fight him. It's the biggest fight in boxing.
He don't deserve it.
So what? Okay. How does he not deserve it now when Jaron Ennis wanted to fight him?
I tell you what, if Vergil wants to fight for a belt, guess what he can do? He can challenge Sebastian Fundora. Imagine that. He's the intern. See, people want to sit there and put y'all want Boots to do all the heavy lifting.
That's what you're supposed to do in the face. See,
Vergil,
this is where you're wrong. No. Stop right
there.
No,
Vergil, can Vergil fight?
What kind of bitch shit is that? The heavy lifting. Can Vergil? Shit I've ever heard.
Can Vergil fight? Can Vergil fight? No, you answer my question, man.
You said something very bitch made. You don't want
no. Your boy Vergil is a chump.
No. You're saying that Jaron Ennis. Oh, why does he have to do the heavy lifting? What boxing fan talks like that? What part of heavy lifting?
You're a Canelo fan, and this dude spent this last 5 years of his career ducking and cherry picking people. That's your main guy, bro.
That's not my main guy. Haven't talked about Canelo in a long time.
Man, you love because he don't have it. Nobody cares about Canelo. He's fade off into oblivion.
He's still gonna.
Nobody cares. He got his butt kicked by Chance Crawford. Nobody cares about him anymore. Chance Crawford put his foot off in his butt.
Nah, it was a close fight. It was an ass whooping. But let's stick to the subject. When Canelo Alvarez did this to Benavidez, he needs to prove himself. You shitted on Canelo Alvarez.
Exactly. We already knew Canelo don't want no smoke.
So how does Jaron Ennis, having just one decent fight at 154, he has one decent. How is he able to use this A side? I'm the man now, having done really nothing. Usually, somebody who's done something.
All right, I'm gonna break that down for you. So you got your listening cap on, your listening ears. Turn your ears on so you can listen. The original fight when Jaron came to Texas and got in the ring with Vergil Ortiz, the contract was signed. Guess who got the most money in that contract? Take a guess. Take a wild guess.
Wait, say that again.
When Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis signed the contract. Well, when Jaron signed the contract, Vergil didn't sign, but in the contract, Vergil Ortiz got the lion's share of the money. That means Boots took less money to fight Vergil Ortiz.
You know this for a fact? I mean, you're just saying a lot of things that you don't have any facts for.
How can I not? This is what Eddie Hearn said.
Where?
My sources, Eddie. He said it like yesterday. I mean, you got look, bro. This is what you need to do before you do a subject. You need to find this stuff out there called receipts. That way you don't look dumb when you get up here, bro.
You're trying to prove something, so you need to have the proof.
I'm not the one that have a freaking. I don't have a show. I'm not gonna show no receipts.
Do you not know how proof works? Anybody?
Okay, well I tell you what. You got a computer. Pull it up on your screen. Go to the interview. Go to the interview with Eddie Hearn.
It's up to them.
No, look. Anyway, man. See, you acting like a weak. See, you know when I get up here, you know that I don't make stuff up. This is what Eddie Hearn. This is what Eddie Hearn said. This is what Eddie Hearn said. If anybody in the chat can vouch what Eddie Hearn said, he did an interview. He said when we originally signed per Eddie Hearn. Now, if you don't want to believe Eddie Hearn, hey, I don't have no problem with you not believing what Eddie Hearn said. But this is what Eddie Hearn said in quotation marks.
You can drop the link if you've seen it. Did you see it on
YouTube?
YouTube?
Man, look, I'm 50 years old. I don't do the link drop thing. Oh my gosh. I'm not real computer savvy or phone savvy and all this stuff.
Like 80.
I'm not doing all that, bro. If you want to believe me, fine. If you don't, hey, that's on you. I'm just telling you what Eddie Hearn said. Eddie Hearn said that when they signed the contract, that Vergil Ortiz got a higher percentage of the purse. Because De La Hoya said, look, we're the A side, we're the guy, blah, blah, blah. We got a whole country. And Jaron Ennis, took the B side. And Vergil was the A side the first time. He said, now we got two belts. He said, now the things have changed. He said yesterday's price is not today's price. We're the A side now. That's what he said. And he said Vergil wants to fight for belts. Now, Vergil Ortiz has been the interim WBC champion for 2 years. He can activate his mandatory and fight Sebastian Fundora for that WBC belt anytime he wanted to. He didn't do it because him, Vergil Ortiz, and Sebastian Fundora, this is just my theory, and Samson are all in cahoots with the WBC, and they don't want to mandate Vergil Ortiz to fight Sebastian Fundora. This is just my theory. That's my theory.
See, that's the problem is you have to do mental gymnastics just to feel
not
better
mental gymnastics. Why hasn't this man challenged? Why hasn't he challenged for the belt yet? Answer me that question. Why?
What does it matter?
Why hasn't Vergil Ortiz went after Sebastian Fundora?
What does it
the man's
matter?
been. What do you mean? He wants to be a champion, don't he?
I mean, maybe you don't. Who cares?
He's the intern champion. He's a WBC intern champion.
Eddie, what is that? What does any of that matter? What are you trying to prove?
Wait, I thought it was about the belts.
Who said that?
Though Boots wants the belts. He wants to be undisputed champion.
What does that have to do about an Ennis and Ortiz fight?
Because Vergil can go get a belt and then he can fight Boots.
Again, what does that have to do with the Vergil Ortiz Duran Ennis fight? Are you
like
scared?
if Vergil goes, I ain't scared. I ain't fighting nobody. If Vergil Ortiz
for Duran Ennis.
Yeah, well, all right, yeah. Freaking Vergil Ortiz gets smoked by Ennis, man. Easy work.
Then why wouldn't you be championing for the fight?
Bro,
why are you okay with Duran Ennis ducking them?
It don't matter what I say. It don't matter what you say. These fighters are gonna fight who they want to fight, and that's just all it is to it.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to be honest. Doesn't it sound like bitch shit?
No, it sounds like that Vergil is a chump.
How is Vergil Ortiz a chump?
And Vergil had his opportunity.
So you're okay with?
If Vergil, we gonna beat him up, but we gonna do it when we want to do it.
Edward, you're all over the place. Edward, you're all over the place. You're not making any sense. You're throwing shit against the wall.
That's what you're doing. See, you up here lying and spreading narratives, bro.
Tell me what I'm lying about. What am I lying about?
You talking about? Oh, you calling Duran a duck? That's your opinion, bro.
No, he's a duck. It's
that's
right
your
there
opinion.
In black and white.
No, Vergil's a duck. Vergil's a duck. Vergil's a duck.
How is he a duck?
How is Duran a duck?
He's ducking Vergil Ortiz. He says
Vergil Ortiz been ducking. Vergil Ortiz been ducking for 5 years.
That's just not true.
It is true.
It's not.
Oscar De La Hoya said we need 4 years before we ready to fight Vergil Ortiz. We've been ducking. Go do your research, man.
No, I don't need to. You're trying to prove it.
I don't have to do anything. Everybody, because you do it when you get off the phone.
When listen,
Edward, they did a friggin' interview.
Edward, you need to learn.
And Oscar De La Hoya said in quotation mark, we need 4 years before we ready to fight Boots.
Look up the meaning burden of proof.
I ain't got to prove nothing. This ain't no courtroom, fool.
No, but you're trying to prove something.
I ain't got to prove nothing.
Duck, and somebody said 4 years.
You ain't proving nothing.
Where? Oh, I'm proving it. I'm showing you.
You ain't proving. You running the narrative.
No, it's Duran Ennis out of his own mouth saying that he's not looking at Vergil Ortiz anymore.
Because Vergil's a chump. He's a chump. He's not a champ. If Vergil had a belt, if Vergil had a belt,
why does he need a belt now?
He get the fight.
Why does he need a belt now?
Because let me tell you how this boxing thing works.
Oh, you know how the boxing thing works.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Vergil don't run anything. He's old. He's yesterday's news. It's all about legacy right now. And Boots Ennis is going to be an undisputed champion. And all that's going to do, all this is doing is fattening up the purse for Boots, because boxing is about business, man. It's about making money.
Oh,
once Boots
get up, right? You know you fucked up, right?
Once Boots gets this other
Boots is a hypocrite, is what you're saying.
Oh man, whatever, man. It's okay for no to do it. No. I'm not doing this. No, we're not doing this.
You hate Boots. To you.
You hate Boots, man. You don't like Boots.
I don't hate him. I think he's a fraud.
I think Vergil's a bum, bro. So what's the difference, man?
But there's a difference. Duran Ennis, we have the proof right here. He turned down the fight 2 times.
And we had to prove that Vergil's a bum too. We have a proof that Vergil can't take a
fight him.
We have a proof that Vergil don't have a chin. We have a proof that Vergil gets hits with everything in the book in the kitchen sink. We have a proof that Vergil lacks skills. We have a proof that Vergil boxing skills are primitive. That's proof, brother. You can go look at him and see. Virgil can't do nothing with Boots. He's gonna get cooked, man.
Yeah, Jay Will says that you can't be so dismissive of Virgil like he's a bum. Yeah, that's fair.
Man, I can do whatever I want to do, brother. Boots, Virgil ain't got nothing for Boots, man.
You look like a fool.
I don't care.
Of course you don't care because you're a fool.
Virgil gonna get smoked out. Virgil gonna get smoked out in 5 rounds, man.
Yeah, but Ennis won't fight him. That's the problem.
No, we gonna fight him. He gonna fight him when he want to. See now,
okay.
See, this is what's wrong. This is why you mad right now. You mad because Virgil is in a position of got to sit and wait. Virgil is on the back burner right now. That's what you can't stand. Virgil's not calling no shots right now. He's not calling no shots right now. So you hate to see a brother in a position of power. That's what's wrong with you, man. You can't stand it, brother.
How?
Because you always hating on the black fighters, man. That's what you do, Frank.
Prove it. Where? Prove it.
You do it all the time. All your videos, you hating on the black fighter, man. I ain't got to prove nothing, man.
Exactly. You don't have to prove anything because you can't.
Yeah.
You're making inflammatory statements.
Nah, man.
You can't prove.
Your whole boxing stance is fugazi, brother. It's fugazi, really? Man. It's fake, man.
Okay. Well, do you have an example of that?
Man, every time you open your mouth, man, it's some fugazi come out, man.
Give me an example.
Come out, Jerron is ducking Virgil. There's nothing to
obvious.
duck.
It's obvious to me.
Nah, you just hating, bro. You're gonna be upset when Boots knock that dude out, man.
But Edward, I needed to point something out to you because you kind of put your foot in your mouth and you're
a bit of a hypocrite. Nothing, man.
Well, let me explain. All you do. I've been letting you talk. Now I'm gonna talk. And if you don't let me talk, I'm gonna mute you.
You're gonna cap. That's what you about to do. Go ahead and cap, man.
Okay, let me cap. See, if you listen to Edward, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of statements that he's not able to prove or won't prove. He wants me to prove. He doesn't understand burden of proof. But he said boxing is about business, it's about the bag. You didn't say that, Edward? You did say that, right?
What part of business don't you understand?
Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. But yet Jerron Ennis is talking about legacy. See, you can't have it both ways. It's either the bag or legacy. So which one is it?
Vergil don't bring anything to the table.
No, but you said it's about business.
Vergil don't bring anything to the table.
He brings the most money that Jerron Ennis is gonna get.
The thing about this is what you don't understand about boxing. Vergil ain't going nowhere. Virgil's always going to be there. That fight is always going to be there. It's not going anywhere unless Vergil retires or something. So when you understand that portion of the business, that you can take a guy like Vergil and put him on the back.
About business, it's either it's about business.
It's not either or. It's about I can fight Vergil 2 years from now and the fight will still be there. Virgil's not going anywhere. My mission as Boots Ennis, the business thing, the right thing to do is collect all the belts. That way, when you go to the table and finally do fight Vergil Ortiz, you'll be an undisputed champion with all 4 belts. And guess what? You will be in a position of power and you're going to get the lion's share of the money. So it's going to be 80-20, 70-30. Take whatever I give you because you've done absolutely nothing in boxing.
I'm sorry, Edward. You're a fool. I don't think you know.
Nah, you don't know anything, bro. See, right now you want it. When Vergil had the upper hand, the split was 55-45, 60-40 in favor of Vergil.
Yeah.
Because they were saying De La Hoya was claiming that Vergil was a bigger star. So they lowball Boots. So you know what? You're going to get 40% or 45%, and Vergil's going to get most of the money. That's the business of boxing. You know what? Vergil and Boots agreed to it. Now that Boots is in a position where he has both of the belts, and he potentially can get the 3rd belt and potentially get the 4th belt, when he do fight Vergil Ortiz, Vergil will have an opportunity to get all 4 belts at one time. He'll have an opportunity to get all 4 belts at one time. And also, Boots will be able to demand most of the money. You know why? Because I'm bringing everything to the table and you're bringing absolutely nothing. So you're going to take 70-30, take it or leave it. And there ain't going to be no 50-50 because you're not a champion. I'm the guy. And the fight's going to be that much bigger. If you think that somebody that deserves 50-50 and not bringing any belts to the table, you out of your freaking mind, bro.
Well, see, Edward, I mean, everything you said sounds good, but it's really foolish and it has no basis in reality. The part that you're missing, and here's the big part, none of that matters. You think those belts are worth anything?
Bro, Belts bring you more money. What are you talking about, man? That's why people want. That's why guys want to be a champion because once you become a champion, your freaking pay rate, your pay scale goes up. I don't know if you probably don't understand that about boxing.
Yeah. Is that
a true statement? Is that a true statement? Yes or no?
That what?
When you become a champion, you get paid more money. Yes or no?
It depends on the fighter's contract. You'd have to look at each one.
Okay. On day number 10, if you're not a champion, and on day number 12, you are a champion, can you demand more money now because you have a belt? Yes or no?
It would depend on what's in your contract. But you're missing the mark.
But most time in the contract, when you do become a champion, there is an allotment. There's an allotment that you do get a pay increase when you become a champion.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure, in a lot of cases, but that we're talking about something completely different. See, you're trying to talk about your basic, big name fighter versus a generally unknown fighter, right? Like with this guy Mason, and he fought a contender like Bell. Of course, Mason or the said fighter is gonna have the Dak Steck is what you're talking about, right? But this is a different situation. Vergil Ortiz has his own contract with the Zone. You do realize that, right? Like, he's a marquee name for Golden Boy in the Zone. He headlines for the Zone, right?
You know, Vergil Ortiz don't sell more than.
But see,
them
you
boots,
said
right?
a lot of BS nonsense. Like, Virgil's gonna have to do this, but you're missing. No, let me speak. I let you speak, and I let you ramble on your nonsense, so you can put your foot in your mouth. See, that's the difference between me and you. Is I let you walk yourself off the bridge, and I'm gonna push you now. Because you realize that Vergil Ortiz is not some no-name fighter that's just coming out of nowhere, right? I mean, you at least have enough sense to know that, right? You realize he headlines his own cards on the Zone, right?
Yeah.
You realize he makes a lot of money. He's been on turkey card. He's been on ring cards. He's made a lot of money without Jerron Ennis. You realize that, right?
What would you consider a lot of money?
Well, 3 to 4 million. He makes enough without Jerron Ennis. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I think both guys pretty much make about the same amount.
Okay, so you're making it seem like he's like a no-name fighter, like a Madrimov or Brian Adams, that like he's gonna have to bend the knee to Jerron Ennis to make the fight. You know, Vergil Ortiz does well without him. You understand that, right?
You know, Booth does well without him too. You understand that, right?
That's fine, but you're trying to say that Ortiz has nothing to bring to the table, is what you're saying, which is it's just not true. But let me push you off the ledge. The Zone is going to make the fight. They're gonna pay Jerron Ennis what he wants, and they're gonna pay Oscar and Ortiz what he wants. The money's not an issue. The Zone, I played that clip for you. Chris Mannix and Sergio Moria, they're in the meetings with the Zone. The money's not an issue. See, this is the roadblock you're trying to set up out of fear for Jerron Ennis.
Nope.
It's the money's not a problem.
Let me know when you're done capping so I can push you off the bridge.
No, but you're making it seem like Vergil Ortiz is gonna have to bend the knee to Jerron Ennis when it's not true. Jerron Ennis is gonna be taken care of, and Vergil Ortiz is gonna be taken care of on his side. That happens when you have like a Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. When you have two big names, the network wants to fight, and they just take care of it. They're not worried about the A side.
Who got the lion's share of the money between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao? Who got the most money?
It never mattered.
No, it does matter. It doesn't. No, hold on, stop right there. This is where you sound like an idiot right now. Because let me tell you why. Floyd Mayweather got over $100 million more dollars than Manny Pacquiao did.
Well, it doesn't look like those numbers were inflated.
Oh well, whatever. He got the lion's share. I think the split was 60-40, if I remember correctly. It was a 60-40 split. It wasn't a 50-50.
No,
split.
This is the part that the people get sucked into these narratives. None of it mattered. The CEO,
bro, you was in freaking middle school when that fight happened. What are you talking about, man? You don't even know, dog.
Let me. I've read the articles. Listen, Mayweather was trying to duck out of Manny Pacquiao, but the only reason it was made was because Floyd Mayweather was trying to use the drug testing and the A side, B side, and Manny has to take 40 million. Like, he was trying to dictate.
Man, we talking about the money right now. We're talking about money right now.
What happened? And what happened is the CEO of CBS, Les Munoz, and this is where you can This is how you know Edward is a fool and how Frank Bay knows his stuff. Look it up. Les Munez, who's running CBS, came down and spoke to Mayweather and Arum directly and told him, I want the fight. And it's got to happen. And he's going to pay whatever they needed, give whoever needs whatever they need, and make it happen. Money wasn't the issue. It was just Floyd Mayweather, getting balls enough to do it.
You're wrong again. No, stop, because you're lying right now. You don't know what you're talking about.
Look it up.
Let me tell you something. They had this thing called pay-per-view back then. You had to actually buy the fight. Okay. Now what you're probably discussing is the guarantees. That's what you're talking about, the guaranteed money. But Floyd Mayweather got the lion's share of the pay-per-views, and it equated to 60-40. It was a 60-40 split. Manny Pacquiao got like 150 or 160. I think Floyd got like 240 or 250. He got like $90 million more dollars than Manny Pacquiao because he was a quote-unquote bigger star. Now, this is what you're saying right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying, let's say hypothetically, let's play the hypothetical game that Jerron Ennis goes out there and gets all 4 belts, and they're at the negotiation table because this is a business, right? We can agree this is a business. Jerron has 4 belts. Vergil has 0. Do you believe that should be a 50-50 fight?
No. I mean, it would be probably in favor of Jerron Ennis, but not by much.
So what would be a fair offer in your opinion?
That would be up to Vergil Ortiz, but he's going to get whatever he's going to get. But
I'm asking you.
See, you're clearly not understanding. You're trying to use the A side, B side tactics.
No,
but in
it's
a lot
a
of
simple
fights,
question.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, he doesn't get it. Snapper, he doesn't get what I'm saying.
What would be a fair split? What for you to you?
Edward, it doesn't matter. What part of it doesn't matter?
No, it does matter because this is why fights don't get made all the time because they fall apart in negotiations.
No,
so
that's because one side doesn't. They're trying to A side somebody to death.
Bro, it happens. This is part of boxing. This is why they call it A side, B side. Did not Oscar De La Hoya? Did he not A side Floyd Mayweather? Yes or no?
He did A side Floyd Mayweather.
He A side in the death, right? It was like a 90. It was like a 90. It was like a 90-10 split, dude. It was like literally 90-10.
But that's because he's Oscar De La Hoya.
Okay, then. So he A-sided in the death. So don't sit up here and pretend like A-side and B-side doesn't matter in boxing. Because
that's if you're an A-side like Oscar De La Hoya. See, that's what you're not
didn't Canelo Alvarez, didn't he A-side Terence Crawford?
No, he didn't.
Canelo got 100 million, like 150, and Crawford got like 60. Is that not A-side, B-side? It wasn't a 50.
Not.
It wasn't a 50-50 split.
No, it had nothing to do. There was no splits needed. Turkey Al-Sheikh wanted that fight. Canelo played hardball by saying, no, I don't want the fight, just to drive up his price. It had nothing to do with A-side, B-side. Canelo didn't A-side him.
Okay, if it wasn't the A-side, B-side, they would have got the same money. What are you talking about, man?
No, they got what Turkey Al-Sheikh was willing
to
pay.
No, because they said Canelo's the biggest star. That's why he got more money than
Eddie,
because he's a bigger star.
I feel like I'm talking to a child. You're not
No,
understanding.
you feel like just because I'm not saying what you want to say.
No, you're trying to make an A-side, B-side game, and I'm explaining to you that
it's not it's part of the game. That's what you don't understand.
Yeah, in certain instances, but in certain instances it's not. In Canelo Crawford,
anytime a big fight happens, it's always an A-side. You don't know nothing about, but you like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you know absolutely nothing.
No,
anytime there's a big fight, there's always an A-side and a B-side. What are you talking about, bro? This ain't no freaking club level stuff. This ain't no Mickey Mouse fight. These are freaking high profile, high level fights. There's always an A side and a B side. And a lot of times these fights fall apart at the negotiation table because they can't agree on the money, man. What are you talking about?
Snack for bruh. Turkey literally made Canelo chase down the belt from Williams School to facilitate things for Crawford. Does that sound like an A side bozo? Edward is severely lacking in.
Tell that idiot right there that he got $50 million to chase down William Skull. But tell that clown to kick rocks.
Oh my goodness! I feel like I'm speaking to a fourth grader with Edward here. Edward, in this instance, when Canelo Crawford, there was really no ace. Yes, Canelo's the A side in in the metaphorical sense, like he's the headliner and Terrence Crawford is the B-side. He's the lower name. But if they were doing it in reality, Canelo wouldn't get 150 million, and Crawford never made more than I don't know. Turkey Al-Sheikh gave him 10 million for Madrimov, what I remember, but he would have never made more than a couple million for what he's worth. So, like, you're just not understanding what really happened. You're trying to conflate and say Canelo getting more was an A-side thing. It's like, no, Turkey Al-Sheikh just gave him whatever he wanted. He didn't negotiate and make them fight. Negotiate. Crawford wasn't negotiating with Canelo for his purse. That's the A-side, B-side, where Canelo can dictate how much he's going to give his opponent. That didn't happen. What part of that do you not understand?
The reason why Turkey Al-Sheikh gave Canelo that much money because Turkey considered Canelo an A-side fighter.
No, but you're not understanding it. There was no negotiations with Terrence Crawford trying to get a fight with Canelo where Canelo dictates how much Crawford gets paid. Like when Mayweather would negotiate with lower level opponents, he could dictate to Maidana that he only got 2 million. But Mayweather couldn't dictate what Manny Pacquiao got. Manny Pacquiao was bringing his own money to the table, and they were going to divvy it up, in a global sense. So Mayweather could dictate to lesser opponents. That's what you're trying to think that is going to happen with Ennis and Ortiz. It's like, no, Ortiz is represented by DAZN too. They're just going to pay him whatever he wants. Same with Ennis. You're too feeble to understand that.
You do.
I'm trying to explain it to you.
Look, dude. DAZN has something called pay-per-view now. I don't know if you understand that.
No, but you're trying to use the A-side, B-side as a roadblock. There was no roadblock between Terrence Crawford fighting Canelo Alvarez because there was no A-side, B-side. There was no negotiations of how they're going to divvy up the money.
You said there was no A-side between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. You're wrong. Floyd Mayweather did dictate
when Mayweather fought lesser opponents like a Berto or a Maidana, he dictated how much those guys made. And they only made a couple million.
Manny Pacquiao, what are you talking about?
No, he didn't. Manny Pacquiao had his own money. Okay, you don't understand.
Okay, genius. If Floyd didn't dictate how much money that freaking Manny Pacquiao had, then why did Manny Pacquiao wind up with only 40% and Floyd got 60%?
Manny Pacquiao made hundreds of millions of dollars for that fight. There was no dictating by Mayweather.
Bro, Mayweather made like 90 million more than him. What are you talking about? He was A-side.
Okay, you're completely not understanding what I'm saying. He wasn't
I do understand what you're saying. Look, when they came,
Floyd was going to take if the fight made $1 billion. Let's say the fight made $1 billion. If it was a Maidana that he was going to divvy up that pie with, he said, Maidana, you get 5 million. I'm gonna get 900 billion. Manny Pacquiao had his own representation where he made, the money that he could negotiate. There was no A-side, B-side where Mayweather dictated like he did other opponents. I don't understand how you're missing that.
It wasn't a 50-50 fight. It was not a 50-50 fight.
My goodness, this guy does not understand. No, he doesn't understand.
Was it a 50-50 fight?
Was what a 50-50 fight?
Mayweather Pacquiao, was it a 50-50 purse split? Yes or no?
I'd have to look it up. I don't remember.
It wasn't. Okay? It wasn't.
Okay, so yeah, Mayweather got a higher percentage of the pay-per-views.
Okay, then. So they negotiated that. He negotiated that by using his A-side status to get a larger portion of the pay-per-view. What don't you understand about that?
Again, that was only after he was forced to.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he walked away. He walked away from the table. He walked away from the table with like $90 million more dollars.
The link is in the chat. Hit the like. Okay, but he was not able to dictate to Manny Pacquiao what Manny Pacquiao was going to make. Manny Pacquiao was paid from the guy from CBS.
Man, are you slow, dude? Are you slow? Is something wrong with you?
No, I think you're missing.
You're missing. You're talking about what he wasn't able to dictate. He walked away with $90 million more dollars. What are you talking about? He wasn't able to dictate.
What
he did something?
Oh my goodness! What part of he wasn't able to dictate like he was with the Maidana or Berto? What part of that do you not understand?
You're acting like he wasn't able to dictate anything at all. Floyd called shots when he was in there. Floyd said, no, you're going to get 60-40. It's not a 50-50. Yeah, of course, he didn't lowball him like he did Andre Berto or Maidana, but it wasn't a 50-50 straight down the middle fight. Floyd walked away with the lion's share of the money. Well, and that goes back to what I'm telling you, that Vergil Ortiz and Boots, when they do fight, if Boots has all the belts, Boots is going to walk away with the lion's share of the money.
That's going to be fine
because it's called prize fighting. It's called prize fighting. You fight for prize.
Whatever. If Jaron Ennis is gonna have a favorable percentage, that's fine. I understand that, but it's not like he's gonna be able to dictate what Vergil Ortiz is getting. That's the part that I think you're talking about the pay-per-view. I get that. Okay. But Floyd was able to dictate against lesser opponents who didn't have a name. That's not the case. That wasn't the case with Manny Pacquiao or De La Hoya because they had their own names and brought their own money. And that's what I'm explaining to you. That yes, Jaron Ennis will be able to have a favorable position, but he's not going to dictate that Vergil Ortiz only gets X and X. The zone is going to take care of Vergil Ortiz to make the fight. So if the fight doesn't get made, it's Jaron Ennis that is ducking it. If Jaron Ennis was fighting a lesser known fighter, then yeah, he's going to dictate where they fight, the gloves, the ring, this, that, and the third. Vergil Ortiz is a name in his own right. He's not going to be dictated to like that. See, that's the part I think that We Game All Night, Edward are missing. They want you to believe that Jaron Ennis really has clout and pull like that, but he doesn't. See,
now I'm going to go back to my original question, which you failed to answer. Hypothetically, if Jaron Ennis has all the belts, undisputed championship, if you was running Vergil Ortiz management, what would you consider a fair purse split?
It's not going to matter.
No, that's not. No, it's a question. Would it be 70-30?
I just told you it doesn't matter.
66. No, you got to, bro. You can't say that when you're negotiating before you fire it, because if it doesn't matter, I'm gonna say we'll hit 80-20 because you said it don't matter. So, like I said, no. See, you're dodging the question.
There's no dodging. I'm telling you, it's an ignorant question.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. If Boots has all the belts and Vergil has none, we come to the negotiating table. What would you consider as Vergil Ortiz representation a fair split for Vergil Ortiz? Would it be 50-50? Would it be 60-40? Would it be 70-30? Would it be in favor of Vergil Ortiz? What would you consider a fair purse split? Put a number on it.
A fair purse split between Vergil. You're saying if Jaron Ennis, you're saying all these hypotheticals. If Jaron Ennis was undisputed, that's what you're saying. That's one of the caveats. Yeah,
that's a caveat. Because according to Boots, he wants to become undisputed. So let's hold him to that. Let's say, okay, Boots, you want to be undisputed? Okay. Boots goes and collects all the belts, has all the 4 belts. Me and you are sitting at the negotiating table. You negotiating for Boots. I'm negotiating for Boots. You negotiating for Vergil. What
I don't understand what the point of this. What the point?
No, it's an easy question. It's to put a number on it.
What is the point of it? What are you trying to prove?
Because you keep saying it doesn't matter. I'm trying to prove that A side does matter. So in my opinion,
I never said it doesn't.
I never said it doesn't. Bro, just answer the question. Do you think 50-50 is fair? Do you think 60-40 is fair? Do you think 65-35? Do you think 75-25? What is a fair number in your opinion?
It doesn't matter. Bro,
it's not going to matter, bro.
Oh my god,
it does. If it don't matter, then I'm gonna say 90-10 in my favor. So it does matter.
Well, that's just stupid. That wouldn't happen.
I can say a number. Why can't you say a number?
They're putting on a number that doesn't need a number. It's the biggest fight for both of them,
dude. When you go to the freaking negotiating table, they're gonna ask you a number. It's something called purse splits. Is something wrong with you, dude?
No, there's something wrong with you because I keep.
No, it's something wrong with you because you sitting there running your mouth. It's an easy question. All you gotta say, I think 50.
All you're doing is talking duck talk. All this is duck talk.
No, all you doing, you don't want to answer the question.
No, just because it's ignorant. It's like,
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Because
Answer the question.
Dronas doesn't have to
Answer
fight
the
him?
question.
I
Answer
just
the
told you
question.
it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. Answer the question.
How does
Answer
it
the
matter?
question. Why can't you just put a number on it? What's fair?
I gave
What's
you the
fair?
answer. It does
What's
not
fair?
matter.
It does matter. It all matters. What? Come on. Answer the question. Put a number on it.
I answered.
Put a number on it.
It does not matter.
Put a number on it.
There's no number to put. It's not.
It is. No, put a number on it. What's fair in your opinion? This is all opinion. What's fair in your opinion? Put a number on it.
There's nothing to put. It's not going to matter,
bro. Just put a number on it, bro.
Okay,
I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire. You're gonna have to kick me off the panel because I'm not moving off this. You got to kick me off the panel, dude. Put a number on it.
It's called a conversation.
Put a number on it.
It would probably be, it's Vergil Ortiz. I mean, fair would be 53, 47, 55,
wrong.
45 at the most.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say no. In my opinion, I think we're looking at 60-40, 65-35.
And all that to prove what?
What
does that prove for you?
That proves that when you come to that belts matter, and reputation, and fans, and ticket sales, and pay-per-view buys, all that matters when you come to the table to negotiate the money. Because this is called prize fighting, not trophy fighting. You're fighting for the most money you can get. These guys, that's why Vergil Ortiz sued his goddamn promoter, because he wanted more money.
And again, all this to prove what? Edward, what point are you trying to make?
No, because you're dancing around the business part of it. Boxing is a business. Vergil wanted more money. That's why the fight didn't happen. The second fight didn't happen. When they both got in the ring and did that freaking stare off, that WWE stuff, Vergil wanted more money. That's why the fight didn't happen. Because Vergil wanted more money.
If it was a business, why didn't Ennis take the fight when it was offered for?
Didn't Vergil want more money? So we see, you can do that. Like, we can do the same thing. Did Vergil want more money?
What are you talking about now? You keep moving the goalposts.
Did Vergil want more money? Yes or no?
In what what are you talking about? In what instance?
The time when Ennis went to Texas and got in the ring with Vergil Ortiz, and they both agreed to fight each other verbally. Ennis signed his end of the contract. Vergil sued his freaking promoter, and Rick Meridian said, no, we want more money to fight Boots. So it was over money why the fight didn't happen the very last time.
No,
Vergil wanted more money.
No, that's not necessarily true.
So Rick wanted more money. And Vergil Ortiz manager and Vergil Ortiz manager and Oscar De La Hoya got into it with each other. They had a disagreement. They sued each other. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're wrong. That's not what happened factually. You're convoluting it.
So was there a lawsuit, yes or no?
There was, but it had nothing to do with what you're speaking of, just because he wanted more money. Yeah, Vergil sued his promoter because Ortiz wanted to fly on his own. Yeah, he was being offered more from other promoters because they said Oscar didn't have a deal with DAZN, so he was able to leave. So it was actually about a bigger deal than just that fight alone. So you're factually not correct.
So AKA want more money, business. It was a business decision.
No. He wanted more money from somebody else.
At the end of the day, the root cause is more money. He wanted more money.
No, that wasn't the overall reason. You're trying to make it seem like he turned down the fight for more money. That's not what happened. I mean, that's just not why it happened. It was a whole other ordeal. It was about Oscar not able to provide him a platform. They weren't with DAZN. That was why they were able to try to get out of their contract. And he was being offered a bigger deal. See, you're trying to say over the fight. It wasn't the fight. He was being offered a bigger deal, like the terms of his, a whole new offer. Like when Canelo left Oscar for DAZN, it was because he was getting a whole new deal, not just more money for a fight. See, you try to convolute things, but you're just not factually true. That's the thing, is you try to use arguments, but you really have no basis for them. Does that make sense to you now? Virgil, thank you, Atheist Ghostbusters. Hit the like, hit the like. The link is in the chat. Just cooking on Vergil Ortiz and Jerron Ennis. Virgil has leverage in negotiating a fight with Boots is delusional. Boots has 2 championships. He can fight further unified division. Virgil needs to finally press the man. Okay, so you're okay with him swerving the fight. Got it.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Mr. Frank.
Yeah.
What about this guy, Sebastian Fundora? Why hasn't Vergil Ortiz activated his mandatory status to fight Vergil Ortiz? Sebastian Fundora.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you're being redundant. We've gone down.
It's a legitimate question. It's a question.
See,
why?
All these, okay. Look, man, we're talking about now. Why is all this?
No, that is now. Up? Yes, we are talking about now. That is now. Vergil Ortiz
is about the fight now, the fight that we want.
Is Vergil Ortiz the interim champion? Yes or no?
Yes, he is. Salute Fun Truck. If it's the real Fun Truck, say one.
What up? What up?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, Frank Bay?
Yo, what's up, man? Long time no see. Hit the like.
What's the topic today?
Oh, we're talking about Vergil Ortiz being back. Jerron Ennis saying he's moving on, or whatever, whatever's on your mind. But yeah, man,
feels exactly like boxing, bro. They're
That's
ducking
correct.
each other,
Yeah.
Like I don't expect anything less. They're gonna fight. I think within the next 2 years they're gonna fight. They don't need to build up the fight anymore than right now. Everyone wants to see that. That's the fight to make. That is Earl Spence versus Bud Crawford when it was supposed to be made, like 5 years before it happened.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, what's your name, sir?
Fun Truck.
So I got a question for you. Now, everything you just said, I agree with it. I believe the guys are going to fight. But boxing, like you said, is chess, not checkers. I think, this is my opinion, my theory, that Boots is positioning himself so when Vergil and Boots do finally fight, that he's going to get the majority of the money. Because at the end of the day, it boils down to the money. These guys are fighting for money at the end of the day. And the belts are used as leverage to get more money at the negotiation table. And with Vergil Ortiz, I don't understand for the life of me why he is not pursuing Sebastian Fundora to get that other belt. I have no idea why he's not doing that. Because that gives him another bargaining tool. These belts are bargaining tools when you come to negotiation. A lot of these fights aren't made because they fall apart in negotiations.
Yep, that's right. I mean, it's a shame because there's no other sport where when you like compete, Lakers play the Mavericks or whatever, it's 50-50. I mean, you're not going to split it 70-30. That just feels wrong. It's so hard to agree to that, take the 30% split. Although Sugar Ray Leonard, when he fought Roberto Duran, I think that was 90-10 split. Sugar Ray took $9 million and Roberto Duran took the $1 million. I think Devin Haney took the what is it called? A 70-30 split against Cambosos when he went over to Australia. But he did that to take the belts. And yeah, it is this game of politics you have to play. You got to have the belts to have leverage on your end when you negotiate. And that's where the fights fall through. It's in the negotiations.
Yeah, Fun Truck, but aren't fans tired of that? See, that's one of the points I'm trying to make with this is I thought we were tired of that when it was Canelo Benavidez. You mentioned Crawford and Spence. I mean, I thought that these new guys coming up are talking about they want legacy and they're going to fight the best fights. But now you have Jerron Ennis doing this A side. I thought we were done with that. I thought we were sick of it as fans.
That's never going to go away in boxing. That's never going to go away in boxing.
Fun Truck. What do you think about that?
Shit, bro. So Boots came out today. He said he doesn't want to fight Vergil.
He's moving on. That's what he said.
Oh, he's moving on to what? That's the fight to make. It doesn't make sense. I think both should try to unify with Fundora next, and then and become undisputed. That's what I want to see. I really want to see this tournament play out between Boots, Vergil, Fundora, right? And I think there's another champion. No, that's it.
The other champion is Josh Kelly. That's the other champ. Josh
Kelly.
Right.
That's right.
And that goes back Eddie Hearns, Josh Kelly, Eddie Hearns, and Boots Ennis all on the same side of the street. That's a very easy fight to make.
Okay, so this is what oh my god, finally. Let me just play this for Edward and Fun Truck real quick. Bear with me. Tell me what you think, because Edward's seen this and he just ignores it. But Fun Truck, tell me what you think about this, and just what comes to your mind when you hear something like this. So,
if the stars aligned and the promoters really want to make this fight happen, and everyone involved from the managers, then make the fight happen. The money's there. And it will be one of the biggest fights in boxing. I mean, there's a lot of names. And the thing about these.
But if they're ready to make Boots against Vergil back in March, why wouldn't you be ready to make it right now? Like, you know what the money's going to be. You know how much it's going to cost. Now, maybe you've got to goose Boots a little bit, change the percentage a little bit, because Boots is now the unified champion. Boots is now coming off a big win like he had. But you know what the financials are. It took months, but Rick Meridian and Eric Gomez and Oscar De La Hoya seem to be on the same page on the pay scale of Vergil Ortiz. I don't want to see something weird happen.
Normally it's the money that holds things up. Second, it's the location. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Vegas.
That's a West Coast fight.
Vegas.
I know, I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's a West Coast fight. Las Vegas, 100%. You'll get the money and you get the attention. You get the hardcore rabid fans. So what's the problem now? The money's taken care of. The location's taken care of. We have enough time. I agree with you. Make the fight happen.
boom. I mean, I don't know what more anybody needs. I mean, it's pretty clear to me, right? I mean, these guys, they're in the meetings with the DAZN people. The money's there. The location's there. What's the problem? And that's what I heard. I don't know, Fun Truck. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You can't really believe anybody nowadays, bro. Everybody comes out with that bullshit. I mean, Vergil shot himself in the foot with this drama between Rick, the manager, and Oscar. And they're not even talking about his last fight that ended in the first round. All they're talking about is that the lawsuit against his promoter and why that happened. What I heard was that Vergil wanted the Boots fight, but the Oscar didn't want the Boots fight, and that's why they had a disagreement. What do you guys say? Was that what you guys heard? Like, that was the whole point of this drama between Vergil?
No, you're right, but Virgil's back. That's the point of this live, is he's back.
Yeah. So he's back. Yeah,
Oscar's saying Oscar's right here saying they want the fight. Let's make it happen.
Listen, I read one headline, and that's all I needed to hear from Vergil. It says, "I'm willing to make the biggest fights happen, comma, including Jaron Ennis. Period." That doesn't mean that he's looking for the Jaron Ennis smoke right now. He's gonna fight 2 more years, you know, get away with maybe fighting Josh Kelly if he's lucky to get that shot. But yeah, it's not Jaron is not the priority. I think they know that. I think he probably got talked to by Oscar and be like, why would you jeopardize taking an ass whooping from Jaron? And then, like, your career, you can go from making $9 million paychecks to $2 million paychecks if you lose, and not like get, you know, $5 million paychecks and fight these guys that you know you can beat. Bro, that's what it is. It's prize fighting. If Jaron was the priority, it would be like, I want the Jaron Ennis fight. Even if Jaron Ennis moved on, I still want those belts. That would be walking towards the smoke, you know, trying to get the fight, getting it in the works. Right now, it looks like they're both taking side steps or taking a big step back. If they had that negotiated down in March, what's the problem now?
But that's what I played the tape. That there's no problem. Oscar and Vergil are saying they want the fight. I mean, that's what Mora just said. That Vergil and his team wants to fight. That's what Robert Garcia said too. They want the fight. So Vergil's team is all saying they want the fight. It's Jaron Ennis' team that is talking about Boots has to Vergil they're moving past it. He's saying it right here, right? You weren't here, but Jaron Ennis did his part to make the fight happen. Now he's time to move on. So Ennis is talking about moving on.
Well, like I said before, Bozy Ennis said Vergil was on the back burner, which means he's not you're not listening. He's not on the table at this moment. That doesn't mean we're not going to fight him. And like I just said before, it's chess, not checkers. Vergil Ortiz and Boots Ennis.
Chess is ducking the fight. I mean, that's chess.
Bro, yeah. you listen.
Edward, you listen. No,
man, bro, you just don't like Boots and you rock with Vergil. You're not objective at all. You're not objective. The fight,
who's got a lot of feedback? Edward, you got to come back in. You're getting a lot of feedback. Yeah, sorry about that. What do you think about Deron Ennis saying he's moving on, Fun Truck? Did you hear what he was saying? Well, yeah, Deron Ennis.
Am I
Go ahead.
Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, you're clear now. Yeah, it was Edward
cool.
that had a lot of feedback. But yeah, you know,
Sure.
you see Deron Ennis now. He's saying that he's moving on. It's time. He's moving on from Vergil Ortiz. I mean, as a fight fan, how do you feel about that?
I feel indifferent. I didn't think the fight was going to happen in the first place, even if they signed it, bro. I don't believe fights happen until they ring the bell in the first round. Even with the Conor and Max fight, bro. I know this is boxing, but to be quick about that, like even when they rang the bell, like I couldn't believe that they were fighting. And you know, the very first shot he threw, he blew his knee out. So even when you have a fight, you don't even have a fight. You know, it's really until like the second round. When the second round starts, that's when you have a fight. Fucking A, bro. Like. Whatever, I don't care too much for it, bro. I like Boots as a fighter because I went to New York and I watched him fight. That shit was amazing, bro. That was one of the best. That was one of the best fights I've witnessed in person. And he, you know, Xander gave him a good fight in that third round. And I learned a lot from Boots. I like him. He's very aggressive, bro. And if you watch in person, that dude is chunking them with technique. You know, he's not invincible. There's, you know, it may be Vergil, maybe Fundora. Who knows? But I want to see him fight. If he's not going to fight Vergil next, then I wouldn't mind seeing Fundora. That would be. I think he'd be a good fight to watch.
Speaking of Doug, Fundora, God Almighty, man, that dude right there don't want to fight anybody.
I think that Boots is too strong for Fundora.
Yeah, I think Boots stops Fundora. I think, in my opinion, Fundora.
I think both of them, Vergil and Boots, stop Fundora. Both hit hard, bro. Fundora's maybe like a little weak, you know, a little frail. Nah.
Yeah, Fundora's too slow for Boots. Boots gonna destroy him. He's like a tall building that you can't miss. He's gonna break his body down, and it's a reason why Fundora didn't want to fight Xander. You know, Fundora wanted to put a rehydration clause on Xander. A lot of people don't even know that. Oh yeah, he did. He said he freaking dropped his belt. Fundora dropped his belt and said, "Only belt that matters to me, the WBC, and if you want to fight me, you got to come to the PBC." That's what he said, and he freaking dropped his belt. He didn't want to fight Xander because Xander rolled up on him and tried to do a face off with him, and his freaking Fundora's sister jumped in the way, said, "Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that." And then the Fundora camp wanted to put a rehydration clause on Xander because they know Xander comes in about 182, 183 pounds. So he's gonna be too big fight night. Put a rehydration clause on him. You can't make this up. A dude 6'6" asking for a rehydration clause. You got to be kidding me.
Well, see, but see, Edward, you say a lot of untruths. You said that Fundora dug Boots, and that didn't happen. Didn't happen. And as far as Zayas, what were the terms that Zayas? How did he dug Xander Zayas? What were the terms on that? Yeah, is he on the PBC protection program? I understand that, but it wasn't like Deron Ennis was anxious.
So hold on. So if Fun Truck said it, you would believe it. But since I say it, you gonna shoot me down. Gotcha. Okay, Fun Truck, you say it that way, he'll believe it. Frank Bay, you're full of crap, bro.
What did I? No, that's what I'm saying. Who said Fundora dug? Did Fun Truck? You said Fundora.
These are Xander Zaya's words. Okay, this is not Coach Eddie's word. These are Xander said this. So if you don't believe Xander Zaya, hey, take it up with him. I didn't say it.
Okay,
this is what. Hold on, bro. No, see, you can use what people say to defend your argument, but I can't. Xander said.
I'm showing you. There's a difference. I'm showing you,
bro. Xander said that Fundora wanted a rehydration clause. That's what Xander said. I didn't say it. He said.
When was this? Where?
Bro, you act like we're in a courtroom. Like I got to come with a stack. Hold on, no, man. See, this dude act like I got to come with a stack of papers and say prove it, bro. This is a boxing channel, man. I'm just telling you what Xander said. I'm not making it up. I don't have to make up anything, bro. That's what he said.
You don't know such thing as fake news. I mean, you believe everything you see on the internet.
Bro, you believe everything that comes out of Vergil's mouth. So what's the difference?
What did I say that?
You can't what is the difference between you believing what Oscar De La Hoya says and what Vergil said, and me believing what Xander said? What's the difference?
But I'm not saying everything they said is truth, 100% truth, valid.
Okay, well, I'm just putting it out there. Xander said this. I said, you can believe it or not. Xander said
fake news.
That okay, well, you're dismissing it, so you don't believe it. So that's fine. You don't want to believe it, that's okay.
No, but you're putting it as actual fact.
I'm just telling what the man said.
No, but you're saying it like it's a fact, like he in fact did duck.
Bro, what part of Xander said don't you understand? I'm not saying it's fact. I'm telling you, Xander said that Sebastian Fundora wanted to put a rehydration clause on him.
You're a third party. Edward, you got a lot of feedback. You gotta cut the feedback. It's very
Imagine I got feedback now. I didn't have any feedback an hour ago, but now I got some. Man, you know what? I'm gonna holler at y'all. This dude's a joke, man. No, this dude is whack, man.
I'm chopping it up here. Edward, where are you from? Did he bounce out?
I don't know. Edward, he got mad because I questioned him about his. Now, I wanted to ask you, Funtruck. You heard what he said. He said Fundora dug Zayas. He did say that, right?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I said it. I said it. I said he dug. I said it.
Okay, that's what I wanted to confirm because you're trying to use what Zayas said as facts as to why you're trying to say it's a fact that Fundora ducked, and you're trying to use Xander's words. So it's like, but you could be using fake news, but you're using fake news as a fact to support what you're saying as fact. And
isn't that the same thing isn't that the same thing you do?
And give me an example. Salute Mick Doonan. The link is in the chat. Hit the like, subscribe,
you state
share.
an opinion like it's
Hey,
fact.
Edward, what part of the country you from?
I'm from Georgia, man. I'm from Georgia. All I did was made a statement. See, this dude right here, he's programmed to disagree with me. That's cool. All I did was made a statement. That's all I said. I said Xander Zayas said, and that was it. Oh, that's fake news.
Okay, is his mic loud? His mic's extra loud on my end. Is his mic loud in the chat or on the stream?
He's good on my end.
Is he? Okay, it's loud.
Is that better? I turned the microphone down. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. No, Edward, okay, so you say things as fact, but you can't support it with proofs. That's the difference.
Okay, look. Anybody who comes, what's your name? Fun Truck.
Yeah. Truck.
So anything that you said, he didn't ask you to back it up. He didn't ask you to provide any documentation. He didn't ask you to drop a link. Every time I say something, this man asks me to provide documentation. This man tell me to drop a link. This man tell me to show proof of what I say. But when somebody else say something, it's okay. So you naturally biased against me, brother, and it's cool. I understand that. I just want you to know that you're biased. Okay?
I'm biased against fake news. That's what it is.
So I guess you call this. So you're saying that Xander's lying, then, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't believe Xander? Okay, no problem.
No, because Xander said that he said Josh Kelly ducked him. He said Fundora ducked him. He said Vergil Ortiz ducked him. So he has a history of these supposed ducking allegations, and that's all it is allegations, and that's why it's like, Edward, just say allegedly, but you want to put it as fact, and that's where you have to be checked.
Right, let's move this here along. Fundora moving funny the PBC way. I do think that that's the truth, bro. I would like to see every interview that I see of Fundora is well, we're gonna see what we have lined up on the table next, and we'll go from there, guys. Like, that's some bullshit way to get a fucking mandatory that you're gonna get on the PBC, and fucking he should be trying to unify, bro. That's a stacked division. 154 is insane. Well, at least between the top three.
And Fun Truck, that's the same thing I'm trying to make with Frank Bay, but he keeps deflecting and saying, "Oh, that doesn't matter." I'm saying, why hasn't Vergil Ortiz activated his mandatory status?
Here's the truth. The reason why I don't talk too much about him, because I don't know the game of politics and the contracts. I'm sort of new to boxing, and I don't really like getting in too much into that part, because I've been watching boxing long enough to know that what everybody says is bullshit. You can't believe what anybody says, bro. People come out with the most wild fucking one-sided stories that aren't even true. And then some people try to debunk them, or they ride out. So I watch the fights as a fan. I want Zuffa to take off and do well, because I want to see one belt. I mean, I want to see one undisputed champion in every weight class. That's what type of fan I'm about.
Even with that being said, like I say, Vergil Ortiz has been the intern champion for 2 years. He's really the mandatory for Sebastian Fundora, not this other guy from Albania. Vergil Ortiz can activate that intern championship anytime he wants. He could have challenged Sebastian Fundora for that WBC belt. Why hasn't he done it?
Because I can tell you why he didn't do it. Because he didn't want to get another year added onto his contract with Oscar. If he wins that belt within his time, it adds another year on you. That's why he didn't call that fight. When he was shelved as well. So when he was shelved, the guy he's fighting now went to France and fought Samaki. So they had a final eliminator while Vergil was shelved. But I do agree, kind of if he did duck Zayas by vacating the WBO. Like Vergil, Fundora had the 2 belts. Why would he wasn't fighting, and then he just vacated instead of fighting Xander? Do I think he's scared of Xander? Nah, not at all. It might have been a side of the road thing, but if you stay in the division, you just drop 1 belt. That's kind of crazy for me.
Yeah, with Fundora, my only knock with him is he lets Sampson just dictate his career. He don't stand up for himself. Like, there's no way in the world he should have dropped that freaking belt. Defend it. You're the freaking champion, bro. Why are you dropping the belt for what? Doesn't make any sense for you to drop the belt.
The only thing
I don't understand why he dropped it.
Money to fight Keith Thurman is probably one of the reasons.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think he saw Keith Thurman as an easy pick'em fight. That's a PBC in-house fight, and it was against a guy who offered 0 to no resistance and no threat to him. So I question Fundora's heart with the opponents that he's been picking lately.
Well, but Fundora says he didn't duck those fights. What part of that don't you understand?
I'm gonna use your strategy. I'm gonna say fake news.
Did he said that he didn't know? Okay, that's fair.
Fake news.
No, it's more of who you believe. Do you believe Fundora or you don't believe him? That's fine.
I don't believe it because based on his action, I do not believe him. The way he's been moving around, I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's fine, but I don't think he's a duck. I'm just saying I don't think Fundora is a duck for dropping that belt. I mean, Mick said, Keith Thurman's probably an easier, bigger money fight, and Edward, you always say it's about the bag. So which one is it?
Let me say something. Let me
go ahead.
The reason why I don't like the Keith Thurman fight because for exactly what happened, they booked the fight. They were about to fight. Then Fundora got hurt. Right, he got on top of his eyebrow or something like that. And then that delayed the fight like 4 more months. How long did that take? That took like almost a year out of his career for a bullshit fight, bro.
I mean, I agree with that. The thing about Fundora, this is just me playing, my theory, just throwing an opinion out there. I believe the Mendoza fight took a lot out of him. I believe it took a lot of confidence out of him. Even the first Tim Tszyu fight, I thought Tim Tszyu was going to win that fight until he got freaking elbowed in the face. Because every time Tim Tszyu hit Sebastian Fundora got hurt. If you go back and watch that fight, he got wobbled, he got spaghetti leg because Tim Tszyu was landing. Tim Tszyu's a good puncher. I mean, you say what you want to.
I mean, he
hurt Fundora several times in that fight.
That. You're putting way too much.
Go back and watch, bro. Go back and watch the fight. He hurt him, bro. He hurt him, bro.
He was punching him.
He making it sound like he was not. Wait.
No, the first fight, the very first fight. I'm gonna tell you another reason why. The very first fight, another reason why Fundora took so long to come back because his freaking nose got shattered. Go back and look at his freaking nose. It looked like something out of a freaking horror movie.
But you guys are making it seem like he was wobbly legs and about to go down.
Bro, he was hurt, bro. The dude was hurt. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to Lubin then. Lubin hurt him. Okay? Several times in that fight. So in their mind, Samson Samson knows what type of fighter Fundora is.
I mean,
And
I agree that, but
his Bambi legs, bro. Bambi leg giraffe.
Fundora's improved since
I
that
see
fight.
him. Shit, the audio's coming in and out.
For me,
You're good, I
Fundora's
hear you.
improved loads by that fight, yeah. When he fought Lubin. He's a completely different fighter. Boxing on the outside. Funchuk, you picked Keith Thurman to beat Fundora. So,
Whoa, you pick Keith Thurman? That's crazy.
yeah, I know. I did. I called the exact round that Keith Thurman was going to get stopped in. I know he was gonna get stopped.
I wanted
So-
Thurman to win. I had picked Thurman. I also do agree with low key. Zoo was cooking until the cut. Like I do remember that.
Okay,
happening.
yeah, I
And
give
then
you
in
that
the
part.
second fight,
I mean, Lubin was as well, yeah. He hurt his shoulder. He'd actually retired Lubin that fight. I'm sure his shoulder popped out.
Who? Lubin's shoulder hurt against Fundora?
Yeah. I'm sure it did.
Well,
Now, that was a brutal fight.
Lubin
I
got
mean, they
the
were
crap
both-
kicked out of him. Lubin got the crap kicked out of him, but he did have his moments. You know, he hurt Sebastian Fundora. And the thing about Fundora is his defense is so leaky that it's not going to hold up against Vergil Ortiz. It's not going to hold up against Jerron Ennis. I think both of those guys beats him.
Yeah, but he's still he was number one in the ring, right? Before Jerron Ennis just became number one this month. He was the number one guy. So I mean, it sounds like a lot of Fundora slander, but
Nah,
he was
they
the
actually
number
had
one guy.
Vergil. Vergil was the number one guy in the ring.
Yeah. For some reason,
Vergil
they had
was.
Vergil as one, yeah.
Oh, Vergil
Jesus.
was the number one guy. Damn, I was even wrong about that. So Vergil was the number one guy, and Fundora was number two, right? And Jerron Ennis was like 5.
Yeah,
And Xander was like
Jerron was number 5.
Wasn't Xander like 10 in the
I
ring?
think Xander was
rankings?
like 6 or 7 or something like that. I don't even know if he was even in there. To be honest, I don't even know.
Xander went up when he beat Abbas.
Okay, but he was at 10 at one time, right? Like he wasn't even considered. a
Yeah, and
top-
I think that Xander was number 4 and Boots was number 5 because Boots didn't have a belt. So it was
But
Vergil
number 3
Ortiz, Sebastian Fundora,
Madrimov.
Madrimov,
was 3.
and then Xander, and then Boots.
They had Madrimov and Backgram in there at a point. But I'm sure Madrimov's still number 3.
Hit the like, Fun Truck. If you're there, just hit the link. The link is in the chat. Hit the like. But I'm hearing a lot of Fundora slander, man. What's up with all the you guys? Just you don't think he's a good fighter? You don't believe in him? I think he's the biggest threat to. He's actually the biggest threat to Jerron Ennis rather than Vergil Ortiz. Believe it or not.
I don't think he's got the-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just don't. I don't think he's got the power to hurt Boots. But like I wasn't a Boots fan, but the way he picked Xander apart, I just can't see anybody beat him in that weight class.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are thinking that, but who's he gonna fight next? It doesn't seem like he wants to really fight anybody.
He's going to fight Kevin
Kelly, I think.
Agareto.
Who?
I think he's going to fight Josh Kelly. I think that's what I think. Vergil. I think Eddie Hearn is going to offer, provided Josh Kelly wins his fight, because you never know, he may freaking lose. I mean, I don't think
who's Josh Kelly fighting? Oh,
He's fighting
Kevin
some
Agareto.
mandatory guy.
That's not. It's a voluntary,
Yeah,
That's a
voluntary
voluntary.
mandatory.
and he'll beat Josh Kelly. Kevin Agareto will beat Josh Kelly.
That's what I'm saying. Josh Kelly is really not you know, that's another thing too. I'm glad you mentioned that, because these are Sebastian's own words right here. And no, I don't have proof, and no, I can't link to a video. I'm saying what Sebastian said. You can call it fake news if you want to. They said that they were in negotiation with Eddie Hearn to fight Josh Kelly, and the only thing that held that fight up was the location. The same thing that Sergio Moore said. The thing that holds fights up is money and location. So the reason why Sebastian Fundora did not fight Josh Kelly is because of location.
And that's a valid reason. It's not like a duck or an excuse to me.
Well, that's a hell of a duck for me, bro. Are you kidding me? That's
You
not
think
a valid
so?
reason at all.
Yeah, but
No.
look at Usyk. Usyk could come in your own backyard and kick your butt in your own house, man. That's why I like.
Nah.
That's why I like Usyk. Usyk will travel the world. He be like, where you want to fight at Germany? Yeah, I will fight Usyk. The basically say, fight me in my own backyard. Okay, I'll be there tomorrow. He'll
Do you
show
know
up in
why
your
he did that?
backyard and kick your butt and take your belt home.
Do you
That's
know
why I
why he did
respect
that?
Usyk.
Why he did that was because the other promoters were paying the purses. He was in the World Boxing Super Series, so he had to fight away. He won his titles off of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. They were paying. Usyk's promoter never put any money into him, ever. He's never at all. That's why he had to fight away. Because the other promoters were putting up the money.
Yeah,
And
that
then you
would make
and
sense.
then you have this fucking created character named Turkey Al-Ashi come and give Usyk his biggest paydays. He became one of the top highest paid athletes in the last 2 years or so, something like that. Are you kidding me? This guy would have never got that paycheck if it wasn't for Turkey Al-Ashi. He would have still been fucking struggling to get those fights. His promoter was having trouble getting.
I know, but still though, you have to give Usyk credit though. But the reason why, because he went in, he beat those guys, man. I picked Anthony Joshua to beat.
No, never.
Usyk beat Anthony Joshua, and I picked Tyson Fury to beat it, and he beat Tyson Fury twice. I got to give the guy all the credit in the world. He beat the best guys.
Turkey Al-Sheikh wasn't even involved in boxing when Anthony Joshua fought fucking Alexander Usyk.
How about Tyson Fury? Didn't he put those two on? Or the
he did, yeah. He did after Francis Ngannou. But basically,
Usyk is the
was
definition
mandatory.
of a true warrior, in my opinion. Because
Usyk
he even
was
went there
Joshua
with
mandatory.
Yeah,
That's
say
what
what you want to say about Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is a dangerous fighter, man. He went and beat him twice. He didn't make any excuses. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm scared." He went in and beat the guy.
I think it was a body
He's
shot,
beating guys that he shouldn't.
You say that, right? But Alexander Usyk dropped a belt as well when he had to fight Daniel Dubois and then had to go back and fight him. The exact same kind of thing Fundora has done.
Yeah, that did happen.
But it's like, so what happened was Joshua fought Chisora and, Usyk fought Chisora and struggled. And he was Joshua's mandatory, and Joshua then taken the fight. He didn't think he could beat him. I'm surprised Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury even fought Usyk.
But there was nobody else.
Tyson Fury's only ever beat two world champions ever. One he got caught for drugs on, and Vladimir Klitschko. Another one was Deontay Wilder. No other fighter he's ever beat has been a world champion.
Well, he's been, how many fights has he had in 5 years? He's been retired, unretired, how many times already? Two or three times?
You got to remember, Frank, he won that title in 2016.
Damn.
He beat Klitschko in 2015 or 2016.
Yeah, and then he had mental health issues.
Nah, drug. He got busted for drugs, didn't he?
We lost Edward got tired. Let me ask you, Mick, what do you think about Ennis? Well, Vergil Ortiz is back, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about Vergil Ortiz being back? Were you a fan of him? Were you not a fan?
Virgil's exciting to watch. Look, he just has to fight his deal out with Oscar and move on. I don't think he'll fight for the belt. I don't think he'll try and fight Boots.
Turn your camera off. Oh, you want it on, or you don't have to have it on? It's up to you. I didn't know if he wanted to be seen. Yeah. So, what do you think of? Who do you want him to fight next?
Who, Virgil?
Yeah.
He's gonna. It's Xander's eyes. What about Virgil and Xander?
Xander and Xander's up at 160 now.
Oh, he's not moved there yet.
Yeah, Xander's up. I think he already moved up, didn't he? You want to see Xander and Vergil? That's crazy. I haven't heard that one yet.
That's a good fight, though.
Nah,
know what?
Nobody wants Xander anymore.
Nobody wants it. But I think Vergil, according to Xander did offer Vergil to fight. That's what he's not me.
Oh my goodness! This guy told you Xander's offered everybody a fight, then everybody ducked him. Like
Okay,
we
so
got to move on
just
from
call it
Xander.
fake news, bro. Just call it fake news. Then.
I think Xander was just clout chasing, capping. You know, let me ask you this. Let me everybody. Okay, Xander said that Josh Kelly ducked him, Vergil ducked him, Fedora ducked him. You think he'd have rather fought those guys for the titles, or was he happier to fight Barrasu and Jorge Perez for vacant titles? Like, what makes more sense if you're top ranked and Xander's highest?
Baru wasn't a vacant title.
Yep.
He was a champion. Technically, Boots that ducked Baru because he went up and fought Lima for an interim.
I think he would have rather fought Fundora.
So Barrasu and Tellez, they fought for the legit world championship.
They fought for the interim and then Bud
vacated. So he was elevated. So it might as well been vacant. Like he didn't take it off the champ is what I'm trying to say.
Why? What? Because Fundora surrendered the belt. Don't leave that part out. Don't leave that part out. That some boy vacated the belt.
No.
That's why I was
no, I'm just laying out what Xander's eyes really was and how he really became what he was. It's just like Ennis won a email. He was an email champion at 147. He beat an email champion.
This is slander. But hold on. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. The reason why Xander fought for a vacant title is because this draft vacated the title. Xander wanted to fight Sebastian Fundora. He wanted to fight Sebastian Fundora.
I think it's fake news.
He wanted that fight. Fundora wanted.
He didn't. Right.
So why did Fundora drop the belt then? Why did he drop the belt?
There's other people. Mick, Fun Truck, do you believe that? You believe he actually wanted Fundora? Like, let's be real.
Yes, I think he would have fought Fundora.
You think he would have rather fought Fundora than get the layups that he got?
Well, you only had Fundora to fight, and Fundora
no, but I'm laying out a road for you. You can go fight Fundora, one of the number one guy who's gonna probably beat your ass, or you can go fight this Jorge Perez guys we give you that's coming, that's not even ranked. It's a layup. Which one do you want, Xander? If you're Xander's team, which one do you think they probably chose? Door A or door B?
Well, door B only opens when Fundora closes door A.
Right, but that's the thing that Fundora, he made a business decision. You want to criticize him, I get the criticism, but it's not. What I'm saying is I don't think Xander was necessarily anxious for Fundora, is what I'm saying.
Bro, you can like Fundora's a freaking world beater or something. This dude already been cooked already.
Dude, he's the number one guy.
Mandatory. But it's the same as like Abbas. Abbas beat Tellez. But they were expecting Tellez to win, and then Crawford vacated. So then Abbas got put up. And then Boots fought for the interim and then vacated it to fight Xander.
Yeah, no, I mean, Xander was probably, but you know what the crazy thing is? People forget that Xander was looked at as food. I mean, I remember when Xander beat Jorge Perez, he was looked at as probably the weakest link. Now, how is it that all of a sudden he's this world beater and is like the number one guy? Xander was never the number one guy. Why is it that all of a sudden now people seem to think he was?
But you can say the same thing about Sebastian Fundora, a guy
he was legit the number one guy.
Man, this dude has so many holes in it, and he's been knocked out before.
Okay, but
he's got holes in his games.
The reality is he's the number one guy.
The reality is his own team don't even believe in him.
Who's Mixed Poppy? Speak, please, so I know you're not a troll.
Sebastian's own team don't even believe in him. They don't have faith.
Why is somebody already Mixed Poppy? There's already a Mick. Yo, what's up, man? Salute. Hello? All right, we'll speak when you want. You're on. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, look, man, you keep bringing up this that everybody that yeah, you're on. I see you. Oh, okay. Go ahead, speak. Okay, he doesn't want to talk. Sorry. Go ahead. As we were saying. Everybody, you're acting like everybody was ducking Xander. He was looked at as food, man. Fundora was the number one guy. Vergil was number two.
This dude was trying to prove himself. He was a contender trying to prove himself. And that's the problem I have with these guys are not giving the contenders an opportunity to prove themselves. Like I said, it would be different if Sebastian Fundora dropped that belt and moved up. This dude literally dropped the belt and stayed. He dropped the belt for no legitimate reason at all. I mean, Keith Thurman, that wasn't a freaking big fight. The dude didn't make a ton of money for that fight. That fight was a freaking pay-per-view flop. Nobody bought it, bro. If it was a trash, unnecessary fight, you fought a dude that's 5'5.5", freaking 400 years old. I'm exaggerating, 38-year-old, 40-year-old, 38-year-old, freaking 5'6" Keith Thurman. The optics was terrible in that fight, and he act like he did something. This dude even said out of his own mouth that he was nervous for the Keith Thurman fight. What? You're 6'6", you're nervous for a Keith Thurman fight? This dude is freaking washed up. Oh, 5'6". What are you nervous about? Because you know why he's nervous? Because his chin's been checked several times. That's why he was nervous. His own team do not believe in him. That's why they don't want to fight Vergil Ortiz. Sebastian Fundora don't want to fight anybody. In my opinion, he don't want to fight nobody. He wants to fight Errol Spence. If Errol Spence win that fight against Tim Tszyu, Fundora is going to be at the front door knocking on Errol Spence's door and say, I want that fight right there.
I think you've got more chances of seeing Vergil and Spence if Spence wins.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can see that.
There's a whole thing like this 154 division, and there has been for a while. The Boogeyman, and it was Backram, it was Tim Tszyu, it was Fundora, it was Charlo, who was the real man there. Then it was Abbas and Xander. They didn't want to fight Teles. They fought Teles, and then two fought each other. And like I can't knock what Xander done. He won his belt, went right into a unification with Abbas, and then went and knew he lost against Boots. Like they're all saying Josh Kelly. Like Josh Kelly's not even a name in the UK. Like the way the UK is, the city where Josh Kelly is like miles away from everything. It's right at the top of England. There's nobody travelling there to fill a stadium of 50,000. No fucking chance. And Sebastian Fundora's not coming out here to fight, and neither is Boots Ennis. Because, to be honest, outside boxing, people who are interested in the sport, nobody knows them. Nobody knows Josh Kelly either. Josh Kelly's not a draw. And the same as Conor Benn. That's why Conor Benn's fighting in America against Ryan Garcia.
That's why I believe that Eddie Hearns will sacrifice Josh Kelly for the Boots fights. I think they'll pay Josh Kelly, a large sum of money to basically sell his belt to Boots Ennis.
Nah, so there is a misconception on what Josh Kelly's promotional deal is. What actually happened was Backram and Kelly was at a posh bid and nobody wanted to bid on it. And Eddie Hearn went half money with Misfits Pro with Sutherland, Kelly Sutherland. So Josh Kelly's co-promoted. He's promoted by Matchroom and he's also promoted by Misfits Pro. Josh Kelly's fighting Kevin Agarecchio, and Kevin Agarecchio will beat him in 2 weeks' time. No, next week on that Joshua undercard. And then
you got Josh Kelly losing that fight?
Yep. And Kevin Agarecchio hasn't even got a promoter. So Boots will fight Kevin Agarecchio.
That's an interesting take. I can see that, but at the end of the day, I want me personally, I would like to see the Vergil Ortiz fight because I feel like I think that Vergil Ortiz is tailor made for Boots. The way he fights, standing in front of you, throwing a lot of punches, in my opinion, he's gonna get knocked out because Boots is a great counter puncher. I mean, it's like, to me, in my opinion, Vergil Ortiz does nothing better than Boots. He's not faster. He's not a better boxer. He don't have better footwork. His defense is not even comparable. And he's not the harder puncher. Vergil is usually the puncher in all his fights. He's not the puncher in this fight. He's the guy who's coming in with less power.
You,
So it's
you act
like,
like he's Superman. He ain't Superman. He's a man
no,
like
I'm just,
anybody else, and he's been
bro.
hurt.
I'm just giving my breakdown. You don't agree with it? Cool. I'm just
No,
saying
but I mean, I
that,
gotta just keep it 1,000. Like, bro, you're
they're, in my
severely
opinion, okay.
overestimating him. Nah, I
Well,
know, but I mean, you gotta have some objectivity, somewhat.
Bro, I don't see anything that Vergil does better than Boots. I really don't.
He's the best fighter that guy will have faced. That's why he don't want it.
Okay, I'm just saying I don't see anything that Vergil does better than Boots.
Yeah, I get that, but
that doesn't mean that Boots is going to win.
I tell you what, Vergil has a better jab. He has a definitely better jab than Geron.
I don't think so.
Oh man, his jab is.
Did you not see Boots, how quick Boots' jab is? It's in and out.
I mean, he switches stance. He kind of paused. I mean, it's okay, but it's not as good as Vergil.
I would say Virgil's maybe the inside, like the
there
straight.
you go, the body work.
Yeah, Virgil's better at cutting off the ring.
He's probably equal to Boots in the mid range, like short distance. I think that's where he's going to get in trouble. If Boots wants to stand and bang, I think that's not going to favor Boots. Although the thing about Xander surprised me about that fight was Xander had all this time to prepare for a southpaw. It looked like he didn't know what the fuck he was doing in that ring with Boots. It's like he was ducking his head in the bucket and just doing all the mistakes that you don't want to do against a strong southpaw. I think, but Boots had his way with him. It looked to me like that Boots Xander didn't know what he was in the ring with. Like he was just
yeah, but didn't you see him hurt himself? It looked like he rolled his ankle. That's what happened, right? In that first round, he didn't go down by a punch. I seen the replay. It looked like he rolled his ankle on that first knockdown.
He was trying to take a knee. He was trying to take a knee, and he got buckled because he was taking a whooping.
Yeah, he was hurt
in the first round.
I know. In the first round, yeah.
Yeah, he was hurt.
I heard that shit too, and I went back and I rewatched it. He got hit and tried to take a knee at the same time. So it's like he was on his way down willingly, but also got hit and buckled.
I don't know. When I seen it, I mean, I'll watch it again. I have it here. It looked like he rolled his ankle. That's what I seen. I mean, that's what I seen on the replay.
He got hurt with a straight left hand.
He was on Boots, bro. Like if it was, the thing is, if it was any other referee and Boots had a couple, Boots got a. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
Boots was almost packed up, bro. If it was a shady referee, would have waved it off, bro. We would have called it a controversial stoppage.
Nah, he wasn't hurt to that extent.
Can you cocksuckers hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up though.
Yep.
Everybody's breaking up.
All right, the law, yeah, but go ahead, Mal.
Yeah, you're breaking up really bad. Sorry. They said StreamYard tripping. Yeah, it's really bad.
Sound good? Sound good?
No, it's terrible.
You chopped up pretty bad. You might have to go back out and come back in.
Like more pussy than niggas pussy.
Huh? You're breaking up.
Let me try.
Okay. Maybe it's the wind.
Yeah, and the thing about me, if you look at Vergil, most of the time when he gets out of the ring, his face is all busted up. Like his defense is.
That's his face. I don't think that means anything. He's fighting good fighters.
You won't even let me finish. You won't even let me finish. So you so ready to disagree that you won't even listen. That shows me that.
It's just natural. It's like you're saying, his face gets damaged. Like, bro, he's fighting good fighters.
That's because it's defense. That's why he gets hit a lot, man. Even when he fought Maurice Hooker, his face looked like he'd been through a freaking meat grinder. When he fought Maurice Hooker, go back and look at the fight and come back and talk to me. I'm not just saying something just to be saying it.
No, I understand. I know what you're saying. Yes, his face looks a little rough.
He can't afford to get punched on like that against Boots. He can't afford that. He'll get stopped.
Well, I mean, it works both ways. Boots and Ennis cannot. They're both gonna have to be careful. It's like I'm just giving you. You think I'm a? Go ahead.
Listen, that's Vergil's style is to come forward with that high guard and impose his will over yours. He doesn't mind taking a view to let his off. That's a different style. and you know, he's light skinned Mexican. The red's gonna wear more. But yeah, he gets tagged up a little bit. I've seen him. I know exactly what you're talking about. But well, the way that I see it is that he's much stronger. Knows that he can take the other guy's punches and walk over to him. You know, that wear that's like putting a blanket on somebody's face when you're hitting the guy as hard as you could, and you're throwing your best combinations, and the motherfucker's still coming forward with everything he's got. That zaps your energy right away. That's Vergil's style. I don't know if it fares well against Boots though, bro. You might walk him into the, you know, that left hand if he comes out southpaw.
He's not gonna be able to do that again because Boots is the puncher. See, Boots is the puncher in the fight. It's not Vergil.
Both
Boots
punchers, bro. They're both punchers.
Boots is
Big time punchers.
Boots is the bigger fighter. He's bigger than Vergil. He's bigger. He's the bigger fighter. He's the harder puncher, in my opinion. Vergil is a good puncher. He's a volume puncher. Vergil breaks you down. I mean, you look at the Madrimal fight. Vergil threw like what 800-900 punches. He's relentless in his attack, but he's a volume puncher. He's not a one punch type of guy.
I mean, if Boots gets hurt like he did in round 2 against Vergil finishes him.
I think so.
Okay, but on the flip side, if Vergil gets hurt like he did against Mean Machine, he gets finished.
Boachuk,
If Vergil gets hurt against Boots Ennis, he's done.
If I get his what? What's something?
I said if Vergil gets hurt against Boots Ennis, he's finished. He's food. He's done. Both guys are good finishers. I give you that. Both guys are good finishers.
Boys, I'm clear. I hear you guys here.
No, you're really choppy. Boots,
Yeah, fuck this shit.
Boots got a, you know, maybe he needs to work on that neck because his shit got snapped all the way back, bro. He was looking at the top of fucking Barkley's center with the Xander right hand. It was like a push. It was a pushing punch of a right hand. And he got his shit snapped back.
Oh yeah, Vergil's a big boy. Vergil's 180. Vergil was he's a cruiserweight. He's a functioning cruiserweight when they fought. He's 182, 183 pounds. Boots was like 168. So Vergil's a big. I mean, Xander's a big guy. That's why Fundora wanted to put a freaking rehydration clause on this dude. Because that's one of Xander's strengths. He say, I'm big. He always says, I'm big. He even told Boots when they faced off with each other, he said, you're little. He said, you're small. And Boots was like, I'm going to show you. You're a baby. So if anybody who thinks Xander's a small guy, trust me, this guy will wind up at cruiserweight. He will finish his career at cruiserweight. I guarantee it. Because look how big David Benavidez was. David's going to finish his career at heavyweight. David started off at 168. I don't know how Xander makes 154. I really don't. But that kid will finish his career as a cruiserweight.
Like, Funchuk's saying about the jab, it was pushing the head, but it was really the left hook that caught him first. That just put him, he was stiff after that. Obviously, his head's going to go back, but it's like Xander just stood flat-footed, and I was like, here's your chance. And he just, low IQ at that point. Vergil will not let me away with that. Vergil cuts the ring off better than Boots, much better. But, man,
I think that Boots, he can actually outbox Vergil. He can beat him from the outside if he wanted to. He has a better feet. Boots can literally get on the back foot and beat Vergil off the back foot and stop him off the back foot because Virgil's going to run into something. He'll use Vergil's aggression against him.
I've never seen Boots fight off a back foot, bro. He fucking squares up and he switches stances. He does things a lot incorrectly, fundamentally sound. He's not.
Most people do. Most great fighters do stuff incorrectly. Look at James Toney. Look at Joe. Look at Joe Kawasaki. Joe Kawasaki was very unconventional. He does stuff wrong all the time. Roy Jones, another guy, very unconventional.
That's just gonna be his kryptonite, bro. He's gonna be square, you know, hands down. Like he admired his work very much against Xander. You know, there was a couple times where Xander threw blindly, which probably the Vergil Ortiz camp is, doing, like following up on the big hooks, because Boots was admiring his work hands down, chin up.
I can't wait for this fight to happen. I want this fight to happen.
You know what I'm talking about? When he fought with Xander, where he like threw a combination, he just stood there right in front of him, like hands down.
I want this fight to happen. I can't wait till this fight happens.
Man, you said Ennis should A-side him, and you don't want it to happen.
I said I can't wait. I can't wait till this fight happens.
He's not going to. He said he moved on. He said no.
I can't wait till this fight happens. But when it do happen, I can't wait. When it does happen, it's not if, it's when. Because they're gonna fight. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much money on the table.
You're good now.
It's too much money on the table. They're gonna fight. It's not when. It's not if they fight. It's when they fight. These guys on the collision course. They're gonna fight each other.
Man, I was $200 to do betting that Boots and Xander was next after Lima. I'm not betting any more money on that fight happening next.
Yeah, it's definitely not next. I mean, Team Ennis is saying they don't want it.
I think this is my theory. I think that really Vergil Ortiz is really waiting on the winner of Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu, and they hoping that Errol Spence win this fight because that's the fight that they really want. And I think they're using this as what they call clout chasing moment, just to stay in the mix. But if Errol Spence goes out and he wins this fight and looks good, you mark my word, you're gonna get Vergil Ortiz and Errol Spence in Dallas Stadium, and it's gonna be a mega fight. It's gonna be a huge fight. It's gonna do big numbers. It's gonna do big numbers. You mark my word.
See, I think that's well overblown. When Spence fought Mikey Garcia, go and look at all the names that was on that card. Benavidez, Bam, there was loads of big Mexican names on it, loads of American Olympians on it, and they only done 30 or 40,000. Like, Mikey Garcia was a much bigger fighter than what Vergil is. Like, they're not gonna. I can't see them doing it in Cowboy Stadium.
If Earl wins, but nobody thinks he's gonna win.
That's what I said. If I got Tim Tszyu beating Earl. I like Errol Spence. I got Tim Tszyu beating him.
I mean, there's that much money for Errol. He's away in Australia fighting.
We don't know how much lead Errol got left in his pencil though. Because Tim ain't that good.
Frank Bay, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good one.
Appreciate it. Earl's cooked, man. He looks cooked. He's talking cooked. He ain't got a shot.
Unfortunately, I got to agree with you. I got to agree with everything you just said.
You need to.
3 years is a motherfucker.
He'd be wise.
Well, yeah, you can obviously look at the dude and tell he's cooked, man. He's slow, he's stiff, he's robotic. He don't have any snap on his punches. He's been out of the ring for 3 years. He's coming off one of the worst beating he ever took his entire life. And guess what? They got him the favorite. I don't know why, but they have Errol Spence the betting favorite against Tim Tszyu.
Earl Spence is the favorite. The ghost of Earl.
The ghost of.
Yeah, because in 3 years you don't know what you're getting with Earl. I mean, with all the flaws that Coach was saying, there's more than enough to beat Tim Tszyu level, but you don't know what he's got. It could be shot.
See, I think Tim is an explosive fighter, man. I mean, say what you want to say about Tim. Well. He's explosive. He's been hurt though. That Fundora fight took a lot out of him. He took a beating in that fight. And also the Bakram fight took a lot out of him too. So I don't know. Maybe that's why they have Errol Spence the favorite, because they're banking on Tim Tszyu being shot also. So maybe we have 2 shot fighters that are fighting each other. That could be the possibility.
Tim Tszyu is absolutely short. He's got no head movement, but I still can't see fucking Errol beating him. Like, we fight all night saying that Spence requesting the fight at 160 a week out. He's only moved it up 2 pounds, yeah. Obviously, as a concern, but it's 2 pounds up the way.
That's what really concerns me. It could be just a money grab for both fighters. My bad, Frank. Go ahead.
No. You just got on. I was just gonna play the tape if you guys want to hear Earl.
Go ahead, play.
Okay, hold on. And see, I mean, you just gotta listen to the sound of him. I don't know.
With Errol being on your radar for 5 years, being away from the game for 3 years, did you ever think this fight would come up?
I thought he was retired. And he did what he had to do. I think he made plenty of money from it. He seemed happy on his little holiday. and I thought that was the end. Usually, when that happens, I thought it was father time, so I stopped noticing, stopped paying attention to it, and start looking elsewhere, of course. And then I heard that he's coming back. Of course.
Does it bother you at all that people think you were retiring or retired?
Nah, I get that all the time. Like I was over here walking through the airport, somebody was like, "Hey man, you had a great career, man." So it comes with the territory, especially when you're not in the spotlight, you're not around people, you just doing your own thing. People automatically assume that. So no knock to anybody.
I don't know. He sounds like really complacent. That's just my take. I don't know.
For me, Tim sounds slow as well. And like Tim's only 31. And he is short. He is an absolute short fighter. His hope is he's changed his trainer, kicked his brother out the gym, and he's now with Jeff Fennick. So that may help Tim, but he needs head movement. But for being 31, man, you think he's maybe 40 the way he's fought.
Well, he's already had Fennick for a couple fights, right, Mick?
No, this is back. He's been back to Fennick, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so like literally nothing's changed. I haven't seen any changes in his flaws or anything like that. So I mean, I don't expect.
No, this is his first fight back with Fennick. Yeah. He announced it the day before they announced the Errol fight.
Well, I mean, like, Tim still got that name. He'll always have that drawing power because of his last name.
Yeah, and for the thing is, like, he's got the same Charlo issues with his brother in Australia, and it's crazy. Tim's went BJ Penn on us.
Yeah. Well, fucking, this guy's been like a superstar, like, before, like, anybody knew Tim Tszyu had a son, or excuse me, Costa.
I don't know, man. I hear you saying that Tim Tszyu shot, but I think he still got enough in the tank to beat Errol. Errol was freaking retired. I don't know what he's talking about. You've been away from the ring for 3 years, brother. You're retired, man. That's not a freaking layoff. That's a retirement. You coming out of retirement, man.
And just because you didn't. He was throwing his trainer under the bus. That Derek James guy. He was saying he didn't help him. He didn't get him sparring. He wasn't really coaching. Like, damn, Earl took zero responsibility.
But that was evident in the Bud Crawford fight, though. Like, I will say
he just got cooked, man. See, that's the thing. Errol Spence is a good fighter, but he don't have the feet, man. He never had the feet to compete with Tim.
Well, no, but he's saying that he basically, to me, what he's saying, it's a different fight if he wasn't, if he had better training, is what I'm thinking.
And I agree with Earl in that assessment.
That you think
well,
that
you got to remember, Errol was in the car accident too, though. So, can you blame him on the car accident?
No,
I don't.
He fought Danny Garcia Nugas after that car accident.
I mean, but come on, bro. I mean, Danny Garcia. We seen Danny Garcia quit in the ring, bro.
I was 3 years before, bro.
Freaking Alexander Laura cooked him. He just quit.
Mean, Danny Garcia was a 140-pounder fighting Lara at 154. Like, Lara's probably the second best Cuban pro ever.
Only one I blame is Earl and Derek James. There's nobody else to blame.
But Errol got thrown out of a car going like 100 miles an hour. So I think getting your face smashed on the pavement and getting all your teeth knocked out of your head, how can you be the same?
My violin's in the shop, coach.
No, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that's a fact, bro. It's like if I went out there and I jumped off a house and broke my ankle in 5 places, I'm not going to be the same. No matter how good the doctor put me back together, I'm not going to walk the same. Something's going to be different.
I mean, Terence Crawford got shot in the head like 15 years before that.
Edwin Valero had the same accident. He never lost.
Well, like I said, I don't think Errol Spence beats Terence Crawford on any day. I don't think the best Errol Spence, like the Errol Spence that fought Kell Brook, that was probably the best Errol Spence that we've probably ever seen. I don't think he beats Terence Crawford.
Yeah, but I think it's more about, does he get washed like that? Like he got a beat down, not just a beat down, but like a life career changing beat down.
I mean, when you go into your biggest fight with like 3 bullets in your gun instead of 6, I mean, it's kind of you're a battle.
I'm saying that's another thing, man. These dudes, man, they stay at these weight classes that they don't have any business being at, man. And they freaking handicap themselves. Like even Terrence Crawford, I mean, he went from 147, one stop at 54, then went straight to 168, which lets me know.
Holy smoly, dude! You're like just went to a robot.
Yeah, man.
So, Frank, I've got a question for you.
Yeah,
Upgrading his firmware. Coach is upgrading the firmware and shit.
Holla.
So, the fighters Terence Crawford beat for belts. Only Ricky Burns became a world champion after it. Do you think Errol Spence or Canelo can become a world champion again?
Do I? I'm sorry. What's your question?
So, all the fighters that Crawford beat, nobody won a world title after that.
Oh, I see.
Apart from Ricky Burns, he went and won a third title.
Okay.
Do you think Canelo or Spence can go and win another world title?
Well, Canelo, yeah, he can definitely. He's gonna win a world title in this next fight. I think he beats him, Billy.
I mean, they're both capable. I mean, like that's been proven. Like, will they? We'll
I think Canelo will. Yeah. I'm willing to bet my money on Canelo Alvarez. Why you ask, Mick?
I'm just asking that. It's strange that Crawford beat all the fighters and Burns was the only one that went and won another world title.
But what are you saying it because you're saying Terrence Crawford ruins them? Like,
look, when he beats people, he seems to really beat them. And after Burns, I think he fought Gamboa.
Yeah, but Mick, if I smash a girl after she had a train ran on her, is that really clout? You understand what I'm saying? Or
look, you can get Gamboa's record, Beltran, and then he just went through everybody.
Canelo didn't get beat up though. He didn't get beat up. He just got outboxed. Like, this is the difference. You know, Terrence Crawford just outboxed him. He didn't like demolish Canelo. I just think I think Canelo's getting old, man. I'm picking him Billy to win the next fight just based on Canelo being an older fighter and not being the same guy. And I don't think he's going to be able to keep. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with the pace that Billy's going to push. You got to remember, Canelo's he's 36 years old. He's been fighting as a professional since he was like 16. This dude got a lot of fights. He's got a lot of wear and tear. He's good, but I'm saying
just interrupt. Don't be.
But you got to remember though. I mean, all our great fighters at some point in time they get old, man, and that's the nature of the beast. And I just think that Canelo, he's on the tail end of his career.
Okay,
he's clearly not in his. He's clearly past his prime.
Like what Eddie's saying, I don't think Crawford ruined Canelo. I think he just was a better fighter that night, you know, moving around the ring. He didn't hurt him at all. I mean, they're showing the highlights, but Canelo's still a good fighter in my opinion. Were you gonna say something, Puto?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, well, Bud was fought the way I think most people thought he was gonna fight, moving up 2 weight classes and fighting the best fighter at the weight class. The one that deserves most of the onus, but you know he puts it on his elbow or whatever, is Canelo. Canelo because the fight was close. Like, I don't know what you guys had it, but the judges had it 8-4, 7-5. You know, like, but a lot of those rounds, like literally Canelo gave away. Like literally, there was certain points in some of these rounds where like Bud and Canelo were literally just fainting at each other, and like Canelo could have stole those rounds easily, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Like, he's the only one truly knows like why he didn't pull the trigger. It could be how the coach is saying that he's at the end of it. He just can't do it no more. But you know,
and he don't have the will nor determination to go get it anymore. Yeah, this dude is freaking almost a $500 million. I mean, come on, this dude he drinks, he parties.
Well, he's always drank.
Yeah, but like you know, he's 36 years old. You know what I'm saying? He don't really have that hunger, desire. It's like, you take the William Skull fight. The old Canelo would have hunted that dude down and knocked him out. But when he fought William Skull, he didn't care. He just sit down and watch the dude just move around.
Well, that's the thing. That's a perspective that I don't think you're like wrong, but also because like to me that was actually my initial view of it. Like he just like was going through emotions to get to the butt fight, whatever. You know, just fighting the fight because he had to. But then at the end of the day, like a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, Canelo was having trouble cutting off the ring. And to me, that's erroneous. Like he wasn't having any trouble cutting off the ring. The only thing is that we finally cut off the ring and he had him in punching range. He didn't let go. And that's
Well,
what's
he
kind
didn't
of
have any trouble
going
to
into
cutting
the
off the
Bud
ring
fight.
because he didn't try to cut off the ring. That's my point. He didn't try to cut the ring off.
He cut it off successfully, to be honest.
Against
Especially
who?
with a guy running for his life. You know,
Against
but
who?
when Canelo had him in punching range, he didn't let it go.
So for me, when you actually look back at that Crawford fight, in the 11th round, Canelo nearly turns his back on Crawford. Like, he thinks he's well beat at that point. But at that stage of the fight, the judges had Canelo winning. All he had to do was win the last round. And for me, he gave up. Like, he almost turned his back in the 11th round. I've never seen Canelo do that. I think Canelo tried to come in heavy and be the bigger man. I think if Canelo fought again, he'd come in a bit lighter. Be a bit more.
100% honest, Mick, and everybody. Like, to me, like, I believe that he wasn't interested in either fight. Because previous to even signing with Bud, like, he didn't want to fight Bud. Like, literally, like, when he was, we were asking him, like, would he fight Bud and this and the others, like, and he would say, like, what does it benefit me? Like, if I beat him, I beat a small guy. If I lose, I lost to a small guy. To me, like, literally, he gave his price, Turkey gave it to him. He took the money. Like, that's.
I mean, he'd already bought him as a contract, yeah.
Does that take away credit from Bud? No, I ain't trying to do that. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like, he didn't want to be there.
Well, could it be that Canelo just thought that Bud was going to be like Charlo and just run around the ring and try to survive?
I mean, in a sense, he was. But the thing was, is like, he wasn't like Charlo, where like Charlo did nothing but run. Like, actually, Bud actually tried to win the fight.
I don't think he thought he was going to fight him in the pocket as much. I don't think.
Like Charlo. He didn't run like Charlo.
I don't think he thought Bud would stay in the pocket and stand and trade with him.
I mean, did he though? He didn't stand and trade. He make it seem like it was Hagler Hearns. He didn't stand and trade. He had moments.
He did it in spurts.
He had spurts.
Not even. It was like a couple. There was 1 or 2 rounds where he actually stood and flurried, and he wasn't sitting there really throwing a lot on those punches either. They were half flurries, bro. Like, we can't act like he was standing grit to grit. Let's not do
But
that.
just like my man just said though, Canelo didn't go after Bud. He didn't go after him.
He was
like,
boxing.
Okay. If you go back and look at some of Canelo's older fight when he was in his prime, when he was hungry, when he had desire, he would hunt you down.
That's the thing. Not necessarily. He was a boxer. He wasn't your typical come forward Mexican. He never was. He was a really good counter puncher, boxer.
But I seen this dude put pressure on people and knock them out. What are you talking about, man? Think about when he fought Billy Joe Saunders. He hunted that dude down and knocked him out.
He wasn't a slick,
man. Billy Joe Saunders was running around that ring like a chicken. What are you talking about, man?
Nah. Billy Joe Saunders is a slick fighter.
Okay, but he's not
that, you know.
Yeah, but he's not slick with like a lot of this really fleet of foot.
But see, you're missing the point. My point is that Canelo is an older fighter now. It's not that he didn't want to do it and he couldn't do it because his body won't let him.
It seemed like he was always seaking destroy. He was never seeking destroy.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying when he had fighters in it, like when he fought, bro. You just wanted to disagree with whatever anything I say.
Maybe I'm hearing wrong. Maybe somebody can help. But did I hear wrong? That's what I was getting from Edward. He's making it seem like Canelo was seek and destroy and was always going for knockouts.
He has been that. Okay, when he fought, who's the tall guy? Callum Smith. He hunted that dude down, man.
He hunted him down.
That's kind of the point of what they're doing in there.
He put him in the ropes and he beat him up. I'm just saying the desire. Canelo doesn't have the desire anymore. He was satisfied with just looking at Bud. He didn't try to go after Bud. He didn't try to hunt him down. He didn't fight with any desperation. He didn't fight with any fire nor desire. He didn't. I'm just telling you, it wasn't there.
But you've got to remember that Callum Smith's a completely different fighter. Favorite Crawford is Callum Smith can punch. And Canelo was just getting at 60. I know he fought at 75, but I think he only had maybe 1 or 2 fights at 68 at that point. Like, Amir Khan kind of laid a bit of a blueprint out. And that's what people thought Bud was going to do. Box on the outside. Move. Box on the outside. Move.
Which he did.
I know, no Amir Khan kind of thing or Billy Joe Saunders where it was completely at range and things like that. But Canelo can change.
Khan did a better job than Bud did, to be honest.
Well, that's because Amir Khan was fast, yeah. but then he
I
got.
agree. I agree. The hand speed, but he can box as well. It's like, it's fleet of
Oh
foot.
yeah. Like
At the end of
that's
the day,
the
bro. Like he lost, Bud won. Fucking fair play. But the fight was shit. I haven't heard anybody say that fight was like a barn burner, or a fucking masterclass.
I have. A lot of people say Canelo got his ass whooped.
Oh,
They
you-
say
you-
10-2,
I mean,
9-3.
I'm talking about like reasonable fucking people.
No, these are reasonable people. They feel that he kicked Canelo's ass. They 9-3.
He got outpointed. Canelo got outpointed. He got outpointed in that fight. You know what I'm
First time
saying?
ain't the last time.
He got outpointed. I mean, it wasn't a devastating beat down, but he got outpointed. And that's all it was to it. He lost the rounds. He lost a competitive fight.
Yeah, facts. I agree 100% with that. And Frank, I think I told you on your panel before that fight even was coming through. All I wanted to see was a good fight. That's all I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. It is what
so
it is.
one thing that people didn't talk about before that fight was Canelo's chin. Like for me, Canelo's ate punches for years and years and years and had one of the best chins going. And when Crawford hurt him,
I don't think you heard him. I think you're exaggerating, but if that's what you saw, Mick, I ain't tripping.
I think he certainly hurt him more than like Golovkin did.
I don't think so. He hit with some good shots, but I don't think you heard him ever.
Nah, I think he did at a point, and he didn't think Crawford would be that power puncher. I don't think he is though.
Maybe that. But,
I think they changed
maybe
it.
startled him.
Like when people were saying to me, "Oh, Golovkin's hurt him. How's Crawford going to hurt him?" But it's different speed. Golovkin's a different puncher, but like deterioration in Canelo's chin. Like the guy's never been done either.
No, he can still take a shot. I mean, like Jaime was hitting him with some fucking bombs, bro. He fucking ate him like Tic Tac.
Well, the thing about it, it's the punches that you don't see. Those are the ones that hurt you, man. So
And
if
those are the ones that
Canelo,
twice have hurt him in the past.
R.I.P.
That's not anybody, That's anybody.
the punches you don't see that get you out of there, because there was the punch that Xander didn't see that floored him. Because when he was taking that barrage of punches in the 5th round, he was getting hit with everything in the kitchen sink, and he didn't go down. But it was the
And that's the
uppercut
thing, like
that
all
he
those
didn't
punches
see.
he
That's the
didn't
one
see
that put him
because
down.
Boots couldn't miss. Fight went like I thought it was gonna go. The only thing that surprised me is that like he hurt Boots for that like 30-second little stanza in the 3rd. That's the only thing that surprised me. Other than that, that Boots Zayas fight went like I thought it was gonna go.
I thought Zaya should have been more on the back foot. Like,
But that's
like
the thing,
how they
though.
fought a
He
blast.
said he was gonna show people like something that they've never seen before. The only thing we haven't seen before is what he did, which was fucking stupid.
Well, the thing about it, he didn't have a choice. It's like once you hurt an animal, like Xander was fighting for his life. Like Xander may have wanted the box from the start, but when he tried the box, he seen his Boots was faster than him. I noticed that.
I never saw him try to box. I
You
never
go
saw
out
him
there,
try to fucking run for his life and hold like he did against a Mexican and some other fighters.
The first 10 seconds, if the speed was very noticeable. You noticed that Boots was way faster than Xander. And Xander was like, you know what? This boxing thing isn't going to work because this dude can outbox me. And then when he hurt him in the 1st round, like, oh crap, I'm in a fight now. It is what it is. I think the first knockdown, that changed the whole trajectory of the fight. Just like when Devin Haney fought Brian Norman Jr. When Brian Norman got dropped in that fight, Brian Norman abandoned his game plan. He was like, you know what? This guy can hurt me. I got to do something else. And he couldn't make an adjustment. So I think
That's Junior didn't have a game plan in that fight, bro. Like literally,
who?
Like shit. Junior, Brian Norman Jr. fought like shit, man.
Against who? Haney?
Haney, yo.
Yeah, but Devin Haney floored him. Danny Haney floored him in the 2nd round.
He had him out on his fucking feet and fucking what Devin do? Nothing.
Norman's
then they get mad why they don't fucking are more popular and shit, bro. You got a fucking hurt fighter right there, and you don't like you fucking. I don't. Anyway.
Norman, for me, Norman is a limited fighter. Very limited.
But what made people think he was? He wasn't. I mean, you knew it. I mean, he had the highlight of Sasaki. What was his best win? Boca Chico, who knocked him down.
People were banking on Devin Haney. People were banking on Devin Haney being shot.
His best win.
Yeah, and he's like our He's like our minor league, bro. He's like a Mexican minor league.
But the only reason people were giving Brian Norman a chance, myself included, I picked Brian Norman to win that fight, was based on Devin Haney fighting Ryan Garcia and how that fight looked. And then when he fought Jose Ramirez, Devin Haney ran the whole entire fight. So I'm like, whoa, this dude ran for 12 rounds. Ain't no way in the world he's gonna beat Brian Norman like that.
And then Brian Norman's power too. That's what I like. Literally, based my pick on was that.
Oh no, well that fight, right? I'm gonna tell you that weekend right there. Not to cut y'all, but that weekend right there was the worst weekend of boxing right there. That New York City card. The Canelo fight was trash. The Ryan Garcia fight was garbage. T.O. probably had the best fight on a whole card, and it wasn't even all that. The Devin Haney fight. The Devin Haney fight was a track meet, so we got to watch a track meet. We got to watch a guy in Canelo Alvarez set a freaking record for the least amount of punches ever thrown in a freaking championship fight, and get paid $50 million to do it.
I said, that wasn't the same weekend.
It was.
Benny Vincennes and Yard was on that card, and bam.
No, it was the same weekend. The fight that he's saying.
Yeah, that weekend of boxing was garbage, man. I'm like, what?
Canelo's no fought since Crawford.
What happened, brother?
Canelo's no fought since Crawford. That fight was only in
he's
November.
talking about Canelo and Skull. That weekend when
they set a record. Like Canelo threw literally. That dude threw 100.
We were talking about Devin Haney and how awful that Norman fight was.
Oh, but I just talking about the other week. Yeah, the Devin Haney Ramirez fight. That was trash.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, he was running for his life. Like how
he ran the whole entire fight, bro.
And I got my own little theory about that. I wouldn't even call it conspiracy, bro. Like literally, like I don't think any of these guys went in there to entertain or anything. They went to fucking rob turkey, bro.
Yeah, look at Ryan Garcia. Look how Ryan Garcia fought. Once Rolly floored him, he was scared. He was scared to death, man.
And look at Rolly. Rolly didn't do anything. Like literally, I normally.
But the thing about it, but he beat, but nobody expected. That's the thing though. Everybody expected Rolly to get knocked out. That's what everybody expected. So you got to take your hat off to Rolly. He won the freaking fight.
But I also expected if Rolly was gonna win, he was gonna win in not the manner that he did. Like literally, like this guy fucking won on a jab.
Yeah, he didn't do much himself.
Any chance he would have had.
So he outboxed Ryan Garcia. Let that sink in.
I wouldn't even say he outboxed him, coach. Like literally, like look at the stats. I know company box stats is whatever. But
hold on.
It's just like a reference.
You got to give Rolly credit, man. Rolly literally started boxing.
You want to fight?
He started boxing. He was a teenager. This dude didn't grow up in the boxing gym. This dude was freaking judo guy, and he just outboxed the guy, beat a guy who'd been fighting since he was 8 years old, and Ryan Garcia.
And like I said, I wish I had my violin, bro. You know, but like, and I give Rolly credit. Nobody thought he was gonna pull that shit off. But at the end of the day, bro, look at the stats, bro. Literally, like Ryan landed more, threw more, and he still lost the fight. It's fucking insane.
Right, Ryan Garcia will 12-0 corner Ben. He'll win every round against Ben.
Is it a good fight? It's a good fight, right?
Ben's terrible.
I don't think he's a good
fight. You think Ben's gonna get knocked out?
Ben. Okay, yeah, you say he's terrible because he didn't look great against Regis, but he's coming off that great Eubanks win. That was a good fight. They were thugging it out.
I think that fight took some out of him. That fight took a lot out of him, man.
I shot it to shit Eubank, yeah. Like Eubank
fights Frank that it's like I hope it's a good fight, man. For me, I just hope
it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. I really do. I may be wrong.
Ears, homie. That's all I got.
Eubank all about footwork and shit like that. And
go ahead, Mick. Say it again. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Go ahead. What?
Eubank was all about footwork, moving, boxing, move, jab. Like, he never done any of that against Conor Ben because he's short to shit. Like, it's just done nothing that he can do. Like, Eubank's short to pieces. And Conor,
he won the first fight. He beat Ben. He beat Conor Ben the first fight, and Conor Ben pretty much just outfought him. I mean, that was a fight. That second one, he literally outfought Eubanks. It was a good fight.
The first fight was a fucking banger as well. That's what I'll give those two fights. They were entertaining. Yeah.
I mean, very limited, Ben. Yeah.
I think that first fight buried both of them guys, man. That first fight took a lot out of both of them.
I could see that too. Go ahead, Mo Brains.
What's up? You guys are talking about Conor Ben?
If it's Ryan and Conor, is it a good fight? What do you think?
Oh, I think it's a great fight. I think that's like a star-studded
Thank
fight.
you.
I think it's going to be a
Thank
very,
you.
very entertaining fight. I don't know about putting it in Vegas. I think they probably should have put it in New York to get more British people over there. But I think it's great. As far as Conor Ben, in the immortal words of Prince Nassim, I think he should finish. I think he should go in there, get knocked out, and then go back home and collect his money, count his money.
Nobody's coming for the UK to watch Conor Ben.
Well, at least that's what I mean. At least if it's New York, people make an excuse and be like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll go eat some pizza and go watch Conor Ben get knocked out." But if it's Las Vegas is dead.
Times Square,
Everybody going to Las Vegas.
You're not concerned about which Ryan Garcia is going to show up?
Not really. I mean, Conor Ben is like barely a top regional fighter, let alone an elite fighter.
Wait, Mo, you don't. Okay, Mo, I'm sorry, but I was just trying to say because I know you guys are saying Ben is trash, but he did beat that Eubanks guy who was bigger than him. I thought those were good fights.
They were very good fights, but neither of them are very good. Not like world elite level. So.
Okay, I mean,
when I was 12, I beat this 21-year-old in my old neighborhood, but he was really stupid. How much is that worth?
But what about? But if Ryan Garcia is he an elite fighter? Do you consider Ryan Garcia elite?
No. I think he's just still better than Conor Ben. I think he has way more pedigree than Conor Ben.
Yeah.
At least he was like a top. He was an elite amateur when he was a kid, so that's got to count for something. I mean, you don't do something.
But he got beat by Rolly. He got beat by Rolly Romero.
I don't think Conor Ben is much better than Rolly, quite frankly.
Oh, Rolly would knock out Ben.
Yeah, I think he would knock him out too.
I got Ben in that fight.
Nah.
Rolly is fucking so bad, bro.
Who's got the static? Somebody's like got.
Oh, my bad, champ. I'm in the park.
It's okay.
Yo, what about this dude Pacheco? What do you think? I'm not high on him, man. I think he's been an underachiever, man.
I think we'll see where he's. We're gonna have to see where he's at. I don't think he has the same talent as Ryan, but I think we're gonna need to see where he's at now that he's working with Buddy McGirt. And Saturday is gonna tell, in my opinion, whether or not he's gonna end up actually being something in the sport, or if he's just gonna be another could have been.
I think.
And I would agree with you about the Ryan having more skills. But go ahead, coach.
Yeah, like with Pacheco, man, it's like when he fought So Cold Steve. I can't call him Steve Austin. So Cold Steve Nelson. That was supposed to be like a showcase fight, and he went like the distance with this dude. And then he fight this other dude, this African guy, Kevin. I can't remember the dude's name.
Sajo.
Yeah, Sajo. And that turned out to be interesting scrap, and he gets dropped in that fight also. I'm like, I see why they avoided Demetrius Andrade. Because Andrade beats him.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's how I know you guys are boxing nerds, because this fight, he's a 20-1 favorite. Alim is a Pacheco.
Oh,
yeah. We just saw Alim get washed out by Lester Martinez, who's not a world beater either.
Lester Martinez, he'll beat the brakes off Pacheco, man. I think Lester cooks Pacheco.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe. I could see that.
It was like night and day, like in Billy and versus we fight Alim. I thought he underwhelmed so bad, like Lester. Whatever, man.
But Diego's a good fighter. I think he's a good fighter, but he has moments where he's just lackluster. I mean, he gets shit for that Sajo fight. He got dropped. I think he's a good fighter, man. But is he? I think he beats him, Billy.
Man, that dude is boring, bro.
People said he ducked Hamza.
Keep it 100. He's boring. He's a boring fighter. Pacheco's boring, man.
No, he's not that boring. Well, he didn't have the.
He's pretty cool. You said he's not that boring, so he's a little bit boring.
He's not jabbing and grab like Haney. Well, okay, hold on, my bad.
Boxer, but
go ahead. He's not jab and grab like Haney.
No, he's not that bad. He's not
is he a little bit boring? Just be honest.
A little bit. Yeah. He needs a dance partner.
I'll give you that.
He needs a Nelson and a Sajo and an Alim. He needs a dance partner, someone to chase him and highlight his skill set. Which is going to be hard at that weight class, because I don't know if there's that many guys that can do that.
Well, that's the thing. That was kind of like the comparison I was trying to make with Ryan. Not that like who's better, who has more skills. I think Ryan has more skills. Better amateur and everything. Just like what I see of Diego, what he could be capable of, and like literally still fighting this level of fighter. To me, is a comparison to Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan was having highlight knockouts though. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
I think technically Pacheco might be the better technical fighter of the two, but Ryan is definitely the bigger puncher of the two.
I mean,
So
fucking
make of
like
that what you
natural
will.
hand speed, like literally fucking hand speed
Yeah.
for days. Like,
He's got more flash.
fucking Frank knows and Mick knows. Like literally, Ryan used to be my favorite fighter, but this guy's like a fucking disappointment, bro. Like all these fucking skills, and where's he at?
Yeah, and that's the problem with
One thing
Pacheco.
about
When
Pacheco,
you have
he
that
doesn't have a
skill set-
killer instinct. He doesn't
Yeah,
have a killer instinct. That's why
I agree.
David
I agree with
Benavidez, Jose Benavidez, was like, man, this dude just ain't got no freaking heart, man. Because you literally had So Cold's Nelson in front of you. That's a showcase fight. This dude can't punch. He's slow and he's small, and you sitting there going the distance with this guy. You're supposed to get that guy out of there.
To be fair though, with the Stone Cold Nelson, I thought he like literally washed Nelson. Like I didn't think Nelson did anything in that fight, but I agree with you. Like you should have got him out of there.
I had that a very close fight. I still had safely for Pacheco, but I thought Nelson, if he would have been a couple years younger, I think he would have maybe nicked it, in those last couple rounds.
I thought he looked excellent versus So Cold. That's just me. Sajo, he looked like horse shit.
No, I mean, he's a good boxer, but he don't have that entertainment factor. He's not an entertaining fighter, man.
Yeah, that's why you can't fucking baby these fucking fighters either, bro. Because like literally, they're not gonna develop, bro. Skill or no skill, bro. Like they're not gonna develop fighting these fucking fighters.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if he fights Billy, I think that's a great fight. I think it would showcase Canelo's gonna get to him first. But I think you'll see a better Pacheco when he fights better competition. I know that's a cliche.
So. He's from South Central, so I root for the guy.
Yeah,
so.
but he was talking shit saying he kind of put his foot in his mouth saying Mexicans have no skills.
Yeah. But that's what
that was weird.
Unfortunately,
who said that?
That's what Goofy
Diego
Mexican
you like
always
that, huh,
say,
Eddie?
bro. Like,
I thought Pacheco was Mexican.
it is what it is.
He's from South Central. He's not Mexican.
I think what he meant was like pure boxing skills, but he himself is not like he's not the purest of the best of the pure boxers either. So I don't know where that comes from. I think the kid's just full of himself.
Yeah, that's what a lot of these kids are, bro. Like literally,
as Prince Asim would say, I think he's living in dream world. You know what I'm saying?
Living in dream world, fighting bums and shit.
Yeah, Pacheco has fought absolutely nobody, bro.
Facts.
Nobody.
Sacho was a top five guy.
That was supposed to be a showcase fight, bro. Those past two fights supposed to be showcase fights, man.
Nah,
Sajo was a top guy and he almost won. That's not good.
I think Sacho fight like maybe 5
That
times.
doesn't bode well.
Yeah, but look at
fights that he's leaked.
But Pete Game, Lester Martinez didn't look that great, and everybody was on his dick.
I think it's simply just a matter of to whom much is given, much is expected. Like Martinez is a pro box fighter. Like he shouldn't even be in there he shouldn't even last with the guy with Christian and Billy's pedigree. But he did. So? He overshot. Yeah, he overshot his
I always
expectations.
Thought was decent. I always thought he was good.
I can't say that. Look, one of my friends actually, some dude that I grew up with, he fought Christian and Billy.
I hear
he fought him.
Oh damn! He got knocked out by him or what?
I don't know if he did or not. I think he met. His name is Keandre Leatherwood. I have to look at it, but you can look him up. He fought Christian and Billy. I can't remember if he freaking got knocked out or not.
He probably did.
At least he got in there with him. He's a tough guy.
That's not saying that's bad, like Christian and Billy. Like, I like it, Billy.
But so here's my thing. I think Diego can be the last guy standing between this new class, because this is a new class, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is Lester and Billy, Pacheco, Hamza, and is there a dark horse?
Absolutely not.
I think Martinez is
Hamza Shiraz ironed that dude out. Hamza Shiraz ironed Pacheco out.
I think so. Yeah,
nah, it ain't a given. Nah, it ain't a given. Come on.
You don't have to. I think Adames will spark Pacheco.
Oh yeah, Bronco's
too.
moving up, right? Because he said he's moving up.
Bronco's really good.
Yeah, he's a new kid on the block. That might. There you go. That's your dark horse.
I
right
think
there.
Hamza will starch Bronco.
Nah,
I think Hamza.
He already lost to Bronco.
Wait, weren't they? No, who was Bronco supposed to fight? Moving? Wait. Who's moving up that's supposed to fight Hamza?
Yeah, Adames is moving up. They're trying to iron out a deal with Ozzy Iglesias, who's the IBF.
How about this fight right here?
Oh, that's a dark horse.
Edgar Berlanga
I'm glad you said that's a dark
Pacheco.
horse, right? Glacius is
Orlando's
the
trash.
dark horse.
Oh,
the issue with
he knocks out
Glacius,
Pacheco.
really good.
He knocks him out, bro.
Glacius is Billy's stablemate, so those two guys are never
Right.
gonna fight. So yeah, so that's a tricky one.
But you also got to remember, like literally, like the Canadians, they kind of move different than like American, like like rules, where they won't fight their stablemates. Like those Canadians will fight each other. No fucking.
No, I don't think either. Well,
I've seen it, bro.
I have a
I've seen
Tiger
it with
just smaller
Lemieux. I've seen
promotion.
it with Lemieux. He literally fought everybody in his fucking.
Maybe. I mean, I'd love to see that fight. I just
No,
I don't think they'll end up making that.
No, I mean, like literally, if they can avoid it, like different weight classes, okay. But like, yeah, when it's time to get in there, they get in there, bro. It's not. To my recollection, that it's not an issue with them.
Demetrius Andrade beat Pacheco.
I think so too, just because of the styles.
Hell no, y'all.
I think that'd be a boring ass fight.
I promise he does. I promise he does. I promise he
That'd be a
does.
boring ass fight.
I know you don't got
but-
money, coach, but I'll bet you what you want on that fight.
I probably he beats him. I don't think I have absolutely no faith in Pacheco. None whatsoever.
That's fair. I can see why.
Which is fair, but I mean, like literally, like Andrade's
It's
like
his own
literally,
stupid fault.
Andrade's literally what they say.
Oh, you know
like,
who's? You know,
they
I
put in there is a plant.
No,
Not
Plant's
Caleb Plant,
done.
but an
dude.
actual
Plant-
Munguia,
Plant,
motherfucking
like an
Munguia is in this
Edgar
division
Berlanga.
too.
I want to see him fight
Pacheco-
Edgar Berlanga.
You
No,
telling me
that's definitely
Pacheco
not
don't
happening.
Pacheco don't beat Munguia?
Nah, but I'm making. But McGee knocks him out, man. McGee knocks out
Not
Pacheco.
PED Munguia. Not the Munguia that's on PEDs. The new Munguia? Nah. TRT Munguia? No way.
PD's aside, bro. Like, don't
I'm
beat
telling-
PDs, especially he's getting better. Like,
Pacheco's the weakest. Pacheco's the weakest link.
I think so too, yeah.
Damn, y'all fucking tough crowd. Holy shit. Wasn't Munguia the toughest link? I mean the food?
He looked great his last. He looked great his last fight. I ain't even gonna lie. He looked phenomenal.
He got on those Canelo steaks, those Canelo T-bones. You get him on the mail. You call 1-800-CANELO and you can get your own shipment of Canelo steaks too.
Salute Blaze. Munguia elite with Eddie. Okay. So elite. Damn, that's a loaded division now. Damn, I forgot how it improved. Charlo's still there, Plant's still there. Andrade. Damn, 168. I think
Yeah,
Pacheco's
Caleb Plant. He's washed, bro.
nah, but
I
he
think
could still give Diego a good fight. He could give Lester Martinez a good fight. You know, those are still fights you can make in that division.
And those are the fights like a guy like Pacheco. You put him in there with Andrade. That's a former champion. You should be able to beat him. The point is, I don't think he beats him because I don't think very highly of Pacheco. I think Demetrius outclassed Pacheco.
Nah, but Demetrius Andrade, I think he has one money fight left, and it'll be cashing him out. Maybe he fights Charlo or Plant, but I don't think any of the top guys would give him a shot. And it looks like Jamal Charlo is out of the fight. He couldn't get his visa for the Tim Tszyu.
Man, this dude right here, I'm tired of the Charlos, man. I used to be a big fan of them, but pack both of them dudes up, man.
The Charlos, man.
Pack them up. Pack them two fools up. Charlo comes back and fight this dude named Cornflake. Really?
Right. He
Come
did.
on,
I
man.
forgot about that. Cornflake
Trash
Romano.
fight, bro. Trash fight, man. Jamel Charlo, the freaking ain't fought in 3 years. Got there and ran from Canelo the whole goddamn fight. Those dudes right there, pack both of them up. I ain't got no use for neither one of them.
You know what? He's still a name though. That's the thing about it, right? As long as you got a name in boxing, I mean, you're gonna get a fight. Look at Demetrius Andrade, right? Like he's gonna have this tune-up, and then he'll be right back in it. So
yeah, he only has one loss. It's a good name to have on your resume.
You got matter of fact, everybody's sleeping on Berlanga next week. And now everybody's not excited for Berlanga and Hitchison.
Man, Hitchison ain't fighting nobody, man.
He's fighting a dude. He's fighting Salas. I mean, I seen Salas. He's gonna come to fight. You know. I think it'll be a decent Zuffa card in New York.
And then Berlanga, he ain't fighting nobody either.
He's fighting Butler. Yeah. I think the guy, every time he's lost, he's been knocked out. Like each fight he's lost he's been knocked out. That's hilarious. Hitchinson's gonna run. You think Hitchinson? It's gonna be at 147, right? Hitchinson will be fighting Ricardo Salas at 147 next week on the Zuffa card. The link is in the chat, guys. Hit the like. Don't be a hater. Yeah, I think that'll be an entertaining card. Berlanga and Hitchinson, and then on the undercard, who they gonna have? Oh, Derevyanchenko and Jaleel Hackett, I believe.
Hey, that's a good fight. That's a tough fight, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Sergey Derevyanchenko is a handful, man. He's a handful.
He gave who did he fight that he gave hell? Shit, somebody help me.
Everybody. Not who, just say everybody.
Your mic is hella loud, bro.
My fault.
That's okay.
My bad. It's everybody. Everybody that he fought, he gave him the business.
Bones. The problem with Salas is that he's too small for 147. Bro, yeah, you're probably right because Zuffa doesn't have the tweener classes. So Hitchinson's probably getting a layup, right?
Yeah, that's Zuffa. You know, I don't know what's going on.
Hitchinson struggled with that midget Lemos. Lemos beat Hitchinson pillar to post. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, they didn't fight each other, did they?
Lemos, yeah, Gustavo Lemos beat the shit out of Richard Henson. That's the dude, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking about the other dude. I was talking about Oscar Duarte.
Keyshawn Davis came in and knocked him out.
He ducked Oscar Duarte.
Yeah, but I think.
Hey, look, talking about a duck. That was he ducked the dude the day of the fight. It don't get no worse than that, bro.
Yeah, he got his pussy got he got a vaginal yeast and had to pull out. He got a yeast infection and had to pull out, man. That was terrible.
That man ducked the man hours before the fight. That's diabolical. You talking about that's a super duck right there. It don't get no more duckery than that. You showed up to the weigh-in and then you ducked the fight. Come on, man.
Bulbous layup. No, I'm just saying Hitchinson fighting Salas should be, you know, the way boxing works, that they expect it to be a layup, right? Because they're trying to sell Richards and Hitchinson for Zuffa, right? He's one of their big signings. So, you know, like Berlanga's getting Butler, guy's been knocked out 5 times. So, you know, these cards, that's the way it works. They're trying to build Berlanga and Hitchinson. So, you know, they're gonna give him the layups, but it should be entertaining. I mean, Salas comes to fight. That's the difference. Is that guy Salas comes to fight.
Thank Bay. I'll just send you the video that Eric Garcia wanted me to send you. I've sent you on Twitter.
Oh, how'd you send it? Did you send it in the chat?
It's on Twitter.
Oh, it's on Twitter. You send it to my Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look at it when I can. I'll play it next time. Where were you gonna send me?
It's for the bitch made CJ.
Oh, it's okay. Johnny. Oh shit, you guys are crazy. Who you got, Zepeda or Roach?
Zepeda.
That's next. Zepeda,
good fight.
You think Zepeda beats Roach?
Yeah, Roach doesn't have the footwork to get away with it. Makes too many mistakes during the fight.
Good fight.
Even let Pitbull have a jab. Like, Pitbull's never threw a jab in his life, and he was jabbing fucking Lamont Roach.
Yeah, but Zepeda's coming off a loss. Don't you think he might be the underdog in this one? He should be the underdog, right?
Oh, I don't even know what the line is for it. I think Roach throws away fights.
I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think it's a pick'em fight, man. Maybe Edge, maybe Roach, maybe 51-49.
And
but
I thought
it's a pick'em fight.
I thought Pitbull was robbed. I thought he beat Lamont Roach, and he was robbed because he got a point deducted. If he didn't get that point deducted, he would have won. And Lamont, I mean, people say I know everybody thinks he beat Tank Davis. But at the same time, I didn't think he did enough. Like, I think he needed to put his foot on the gas, and he didn't close the show like I would have wanted to. So I think Lamont Roach is being a little overrated right now because he's had these close fights. But then Zepeda, man, I mean, he's disappointing, right? Like, I thought he gave Shakur Stevenson a good fight, but man, that he didn't have the power to do anything.
Nah, he did the best he could do, man. You know what I mean? Shakur, he's a good fighter. Man, I can't take nothing from him. He's a good fighter, man. Zepeda, he came to fight. He threw a lot of punches. He let his hands go. I think he did the best he could do, man. I can't take nothing from him.
Yeah, look, Lamont Roach throws rounds away, and Zepeda will keep throwing punches. So I just see.
Do you think Lamont runs away?
No, throws rounds away. Like,
oh yeah, that's what he takes. He has that kind of like, yeah, it's just that frustrating thing, right? Like he doesn't do enough sometimes.
yeah, and you can't do that against Zepeda. Zepeda will work.
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. But go ahead.
He has an opportunity there if he can land a good shot. Now, Lamont is not known to be a puncher. I'm not calling him a puncher, but we've seen Tevin Farmer put Zepeda down. So I don't know, man. Like I say, it's a pick'em fight. It's a good fight because Zepeda does throw a lot of punches and a lot of work rate. I mean, he has a good work rate, man.
He did, but everybody think he's pillow fisted.
Well, he might, and that's the thing with volume punches. That's why I'm always saying, like, I consider a knockout puncher somebody like Julian Jackson or Gerald McCullough. I mean, these guys are hitting you one time and you out of there, bro. So a guy that's a volume puncher, he's a good puncher, but is he a dynamite puncher? Like Vergil Ortiz is a good puncher, but is he a dynamite puncher? Sebastian Fundora is a good puncher, but does he have dynamite? Like some guys just got that dynamite in their hands. Like when they hit you, man, you out of there, man. You know what I mean?
True that. But it is boxing, and not everybody's gonna be a knockout puncher. I just see, you know, Roach should have the advantage. I just think, you know, I think Pitbull's more dangerous than
Hey,
wait,
Pitbull's
is it
a
gonna
punch, man.
it's gonna be at 140 or 135 because I thought Roach
135 WBC title for the belt.
So yeah, because
Pitbull's a good puncher, man. He got heavy hands, bro.
he's dangerous. I mean, you know, he knocked down Roach. That's why I'm saying can Zepeda
He knocked
do the
out
same
Rolly.
thing?
He stopped Rolly.
Well, it's Rolly Romero. Come on.
Still though, that's a big guy though. He stopped the big guy.
That's a good one. Fat Andy's back because it's gonna be on TNT, right? It's gonna be on free TV, like the Abdullah Mason fight was.
Yes.
I got one for you. Who you got in the TO fight? TO versus
Jeez,
Rolly
oh
Romero.
my
Who you picking?
goodness. Jeez, what a look, real boxing fans, man, not like real talk. I mean, we got the names, but is it a good fight? I mean, is it a Teo, man, was disgusting. He was absolutely disgusting his last fight.
Rolly's taking a cherry pick. Rolly will beat him. Teo's too small for 147.
I agree with you. I think Rolly's gonna be too big. But I don't know, when they faced off, it looked like they were the same size, man. They were the same height at least. You know, like Rolly didn't seem like he was so much bigger than Teo.
Okay, so when I'm breaking down the fight, if I have to break down the fight, I'm thinking, look, man, there's no way that Teo should lose to Rolly Romero. He should be able to completely outbox Rolly Romero. That's my analytical mind. But then I'm thinking, man, but Teo just stunk, man. Like the guy he was awful. Like he had no game plan. He didn't do shit. It didn't even look like he tried to win. Then he alluded to that there was things going on in the background that he what's a way to say dive or threw? Because I'm not gonna say he did, but he alluded that he did, or that something like that could have happened.
Look, fucking Teo got outboxed by a jab. Like Ryan Garcia should have beat Rolly and didn't he? Like for me, Teo's stuck between 135 and 140. He doesn't have any power at 140. Doesn't have the frame for 147. And he's just making it an excuse not to sack his guy. That's it, but also just move up in weight. Like, that doesn't fix nothing.
Actual fucking facts, Mick. Like a simple fucking jab, bro. You know, like he couldn't put his hand up because he's a fucking idiot.
You talking about Tio when he fought Shakur?
Yeah, facts.
I think Shakur was hurting Tio, man.
He was. He was. Towards the end of the fight, bro, he had him all fucking busted up and shit.
Yeah, he did look pretty bad.
You know? But that's Tio because he's a fucking idiot. Like, literally, has his hand down the whole fucking fight. Like, literally, it's human nature if you're getting hit to try to, like, do something to not get hit anymore. Like, that guy fucking was not born with that shit. I don't know.
You got to blame it on his dad, though, man. His dad he's like, come on, son. You come on, bro. You got to knock this guy out.
Punch him, bro. Where's your power?
Knock him out. Come on already. The only way I could blame Tio is genetics, that he passed down the dumbass gene to his son.
So you guys are believing more in Rolly Romero? That's crazy.
Hell no, not me. Not me.
Hey,
Go ahead.
no, Rolly's been looking good, man, since he's been training with Silas, man.
Rolly
Romero. Good, bro.
Oh, good.
Rolly does have that Mongo strength as well, yeah. Retard strength.
Everybody give him that shit, bro. It's funny.
Look,
man,
you gotta land. You gotta land it. And look at Tio. He did great against Barboza. He was in and out. He was really boxing Barboza's ears off. And then he looked terrible against Shakur. So,
but if you remember that fight when he fought Barboza hurt him though. I think it was in the middle of the fight.
It did.
He buckled him, and then the Tio kind of went into like a amateur mode where he just kind of just started pointing him. You know what I mean?
In survival mode, you know, like he's like fuck.
Got Tio easy. Yeah, I mean, realistically, Tio should be able to move around the ring and just completely box Romero's ears off. I mean, he should.
Yeah, if Rolly wins this fight, I don't watch boxing anymore. Actually, let me rephrase because I love boxing. I don't watch Tio anymore. If Rolly wins this fight.
Nah, man, I'm pulling.
I'm gonna waste my time. Waste my time.
I think Tio gets a lot of freaking opportunities that he don't freaking earn, man. This dude just
he
got
earns them.
cooked.
No, he.
But bro, he just got cooked. But come on, be realistic, man. The man just got like 12-0, and now he's right back into a championship fight, man. Come on, man. Let's be honest, bro.
You didn't bite your tongue though, coach. I mean, come on. Rolly Romero is like literally captain. Get every fucking opportunity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, how's the guy get 12-0 and then the next fight you're freaking in a championship fight? I mean, this is what you could even take Ryan Garcia. He just popped out of nowhere and just got a shot at the freaking title. That's the politics of boxing. That's the business of boxing.
That's fact.
They wanted Ryan Garcia because they know he's a big ticket seller. You know, he's popular.
Yeah, but
got a big fan base. And
you're talking about a shallow division too. Like what are the real names? That guy, Lewis Crocker, he was a champion. He just lost. Liam Paro, who lost at one. Who did he get beat by?
He lost to Shitchins.
Yeah. Okay. So then he gets the title shot. So I mean, look, 147 is not that deep. So Ryan getting the shot, Tio, I understand it. It's not like it's really
at least
deep.
Paro won a final eliminator. Like Tio, Rolly, and Ryan didn't even have a fight.
But against who, Mick? Come on.
What do you mean against who? There's Curiel.
No, Liam. You said Liam earned it with the title eliminator. But like who? Where?
He beat Papo, didn't he, Paro? Papo, the French guy.
Yeah, who did he beat though? Who did he beat?
I think he fought for a vacant belt.
It was to fight Paddy Donovan, and Paddy Donovan pulled it.
I mean, if you want to give him that, okay, cool. But yeah, but these other clowns, they didn't do shit, and there's plenty of fucking action there to prove themselves.
I mean, Devin got a shot. Fucking Ryan Norman got a shot. Barrios is a champion.
Yeah, but like the coach was saying, bro, that's the politics of boxing, bro. They have the fighters that they want to have the titles, and a big incentive if you're American, like a huge incentive because they want an American fucking superstar so bad, bro. They're trying to force one down our throats for like the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, but that's why insane. Go ahead.
Sorry.
That's why when you talking about the politics of the boxing, man. That's why I can't think for the life of me why Vergil Ortiz and Sebastian Fundora hadn't fought yet for the WBC. He's literally the #1 guy. He's in line for the title shot. I'm like, what the heck are y'all doing? Why hasn't this fight happened?
Well, I'll tell you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, as I said earlier, Virgil just didn't want to be the champion and get that extra year added on. He's never mandated it. He's never even put it forward.
I'll tell you, in Virgil's case and in Ryan's case, a lot of the times, and a lot of and people that like are my greatest fans that are like fucking, what do they call it? I do it all the time. When you watch a channel, just to like laugh at them, but you don't say nothing. What is it called? Sneak watching. What's that fucking shit called?
Oh, talking about hate watching.
Hate watching. Yeah, my biggest fans that are hate watching that hate the facts I always spit about fishnets. Fishnets is the reason why Virgil has fucking like literally like he's gotten fights. He's gotten some good ones, but hasn't like got a shot at even a vacant title. You know, Ryan same way. Like literally, a fucking Oscar, great fighter, bro. Like literally, I got to give my respects to Fishnets. But as a promoter, my God, he's the fucking worst.
I agree with that. Oscar De La Hoya is a freaking idiot, man. I mean, for God's bro, I don't know what the heck, man.
All my biggest fans don't think I'm hating, man. Fuck Fishnets. I said it.
I mean, even with the kid Schofield, when he's supposed to fight Shakur, he goes over there and he freaking ducks like 24 hours before the fight. I'm like, you don't turn down those type of fights, man. You know, even though you might probably lose or something, but it's still the man gave you an opportunity at a belt, and you're gonna be fighting, you know, a top level guy. Why not take the fight?
I think we have to start changing our way of thinking, though, that maybe it's not like you don't turn those down. Now it's like literally the rule to turn them down.
Well, Hingy turned in a fight that same card. Daniel Dubois was supposed to fight Parker, and then ended up getting a world title shot.
Oh, yo, speaking of the heavyweight division, man, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, them two dudes piss me off, man, because they fight these unnecessary fights. It's not gonna do anything for them. Just fight already. Tyson Fury is fighting this guy, this horrible. This dude is trash. The dude he's fighting, and Anthony Joshua's fighting some no-name guy, undefeated guy that's, you know, got a lot of knockouts, but who is this guy really? But that guy that Tyson Fury is fighting, Schwalk or something. That dude, look him up. That dude's garbage, man.
He's garbage now. He's like 40, he's 45. He's a good fighter 20 years ago. Marius Schwalk. He was a good fighter 20 years ago, but I'm even interested in watching Fury and Joshua.
Yeah, I want them dudes go in and fight. Just fight already. And when they do fight, I got Joshua beating Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is washed, man. I think he's completely washed up. I think he's going to get knocked out.
You say it's a completely hanging fight, but I remember a Mexican undefeated fighter fought Anthony Joshua, and nobody gave him a chance, and then knocked him out. Andy the Beast.
Who you think wins the Shakur Devin Haney fight if they stop talking about the fight and actually make it?
Shakur. Easily.
Shakur interesting fight right there. You got
David,
two guys. I think the fight is gonna be boring. I think it'll be like a sparring match.
Nah, I think like David's last title defense was like 3 years ago against fucking Lomachenko. Damn, sorry for bad feedback. Aye, like David is not defended in 3 years. Holy shit. He's got the bad feedback.
Hello.
That fight will be interesting. Maybe it will be. I don't know. Maybe if they decide to fight each other.
Nah, like David won his belt after Cambosos. He was like 1-5 in world title fights. Vacant title Regis and the car mechanic Norman. Like his last defense was against Lomachenko, and he arguably lost that fight. Like it was 3 years ago he's had a title defense. Like people put him on this pedestal, he's like landing 55 punches a fight. Like Shakur isn't exciting, but man, David's shot. I feel Shakur washes him.
Dang, bro. I was thinking the other way around. I think that Devin Haney beat Shakur, man. I don't think Shakur throws enough I don't know, man. That fight could be a snooze fest, man, because them dudes might just be sitting there looking at each other, man. I don't. That's a fight kind of hard to predict because both guys don't throw a lot of punches. Like Devin don't throw a lot of punches. Shakur don't throw a lot of punches. So who's going to win the battle of not throwing any punches and looking at each other?
I've got an easy victory for Shakur.
You know what I found funny is that, you know, when Xander Zayat had the belt, Devin Haney said he would go to 154 to fight Xander, which I think he was just talking. I didn't believe what he was saying. But now Boots has the belt, and Devin Haney ain't saying nothing about going to fight Boots.
That list that Bill Haney was going about with, I think I'm going to end up on that list if Devin doesn't fight soon. There was Rowley, there was Catterall, there was Crocker, there was Ryan. Then it was like, oh, we might fight Boots, we might fight Fundora. Oh, we'll fight Keyshawn. No, we'll fight Shakur. And then it's like, man, Devin's just fucking.
Yeah, that list is hogwash, man. They ain't going he's not going nowhere near Boots Ennis, man.
I'm just surprised you're not seeing Devin and Manny Pacquiao or Devin and Floyd.
Yeah, I got him.
I'm not surprised.
I like Devin Haney, but I got Boots knocking him out, bro.
They would never fight that fight.
I mean, if they did fight though, I got Boots stopping Devin Haney.
Devin Haney, that guy's just clout chasing, man. Now he's going at it with Ryan Garcia about the drug testing, but he's not fighting anybody. Then he was going after Shakur Stevenson, wasn't he? And
Well, he's trying to get the money, man.
Yeah, but he's trash, man. He's not even a good fighter. Like his style, he fights awful. He stinks the joint out.
He need to fight Keyshawn, man. You know that's the fight.
He ain't fighting no Keyshawn Davis. Like,
but
you already knew that.
Keyshawn, now look, Keyshawn's the mandatory now.
Yeah, but he's not fighting that guy. He don't have.
Yeah, Devin's just gonna do what he done with Sandor Martin, vacate.
But if he drops the belt, you can say that's a dub.
That'll be second weight division with no defenses.
You know what I'm saying? See, I'm consistent. I feel like if you drop belts, only reason I would consider it a dub if you drop the belt and got $100 million fight. That would be stupid not to drop the belt. I would kick you if you didn't drop a belt. If you had $100 million fight, because that's a no-brainer. I would drop a belt. I would drop all my belts if I had $100 million fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. But at the same time, man, like you have to be realistic. And this guy, Devin Haney, his fans, they're not realistic. Like I look at reality, and it's like, dude, if he wanted to fight any of these people, he could make the fights. Like the guy's just a phony. I think he's just a clout-chasing phony. And all these online antics are just him trying to stay relevant.
But you got the Keyshawn fight now. They going to first bid in 5 days or 4 days, something like that. So if Devin Haney drops his belt, then he's going to be looked at as though he ducked Keyshawn, especially if he doesn't fight anybody. If he drops his belt and goes and fights some no-name guy or some tune-up fight, that's going to look bad. If you drop your belt and go fight Shakur, you may get a pass. But anybody other than that, you ain't getting no pass, man.
For me, Devin will drop the belt. It'll go to post bids. Top Rank will win the bid at $4 million. Devin wanted $9 million to fight Lewis Crocker. Like, he's not going to fight Keyshawn for that kind of money. And they've called his bluff. They've not let Devin dictate like he tried to do with Shakur. 75-25, and then never even had a deal in place to fight. Like 25% of nothing. They knew they pressured them.
Obviously, but Keyshawn need to accept the offer. 75. That's the WBO split. If the fight goes to first bid, the split is 75-25.
The top rank will win that push bid.
Yeah. So Keyshawn need to take the deal.
Keyshawn will be paid more than the 25%.
Well, maybe Bob Arum may give him a little extra on the back end But
Yeah,
as
of course
far
he
as
will.
the purse split, hey, you got that's what you got to take. You're not the champ, bro. You got to
Yeah,
abide
of
by the
course.
rules. You know what I mean?
But he's confident that the 20 will get more than the 25%. Like obviously the WB will do that, but whatever top rank bid, and then Keyshawn actually, if top rank put the card on, they might get attendance, gate, whatever. Devin will get 75% of the bid, nothing else. And then Devin's no fighting that. Dude wanted 9 million to fight Lewis Crocker.
I mean, that guy Devin Haney's calling out Shakur Stevenson. I think it's a way to avoid Keyshawn Davis. But I mean, really though, what has Keyshawn Davis done? He hasn't done anything either. He should be fighting.
But if you look at it, both of those guys are the same exact age, though. That's what people think, that Keyshawn and Devin are the same age.
Keyshawn's only been a pro for 4 years or 5 years.
But he's the same age. Look it up, Google it. He's the same age as Devin Haney. I didn't know it either. Somebody brought it to my attention yesterday. I thought Keyshawn was like 23. He said, no, Keyshawn and Devin Haney are 20. Both of them are 27 years old.
Yeah, I think Keyshawn is older.
I think Devin like a few months older or something. But
Haney
they're the
was
same
fighting
age.
was fighting cans in Mexico, and Keyshawn was an Olympian. So it kind of lines up. But yeah, I mean, look, Keyshawn Davis isn't doing anything himself. Like, man, none of these guys are doing anything. Tank Davis, Keyshawn, they're all calling each other out, and none of them are doing anything. That's the crazy thing.
But if Keyshawn is self to offer and Devin vacates the belt, you can't blame that on Keyshawn. Because Devin dropped the belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think I think all these people are full of shit. I mean, I think on each side. That's just my take. I don't believe any one of them.
Nah, I quite believe Keyshawn. I'm not even a Keyshawn fan, but I believe if he says he's going to fight somebody, he'll fight them.
Yeah, but they're trying to paint it like he's not going to take that 75-25 or something like that.
No, well, of course. Well, he actually asked to be mandated for that. Like, that's the worst they can get. So he's actually put himself in a corner to only get 25.
With taking like the lowest percentage that he's going to get like that?
Yeah, because like if no, they could have agreed a deal to fight in a voluntary. So he actually went and asked to be the mandatory, but it's 75-25.
Yeah, because 25% of fighting Devin Haney is going to be his biggest payday.
Nah, there's nobody bidding on that. There's nobody going to bid on that course.
I don't even think Keyshawn has made $1 million yet, bro. I don't think he's made $1 million yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think he has. So this will be his biggest payday, fighting Devin Haney. 25% or whatever he makes against Devin Haney, that's going to be his biggest career payday. Whatever he makes on this fight.
Well, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. We've been
all right, bro. I'll see you, man.
For a minute.
Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you. Don't be a stranger. Yeah, man. We were going everywhere when Jerron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz is back. In case you didn't, living under a rock, that's the fight that people want. But you know what? They're gonna go back and forth. Want to thank everybody that joined. Fun Truck, Edward, Mick, Puro Sud. Thank everybody in the chat. Matador, John Blaze, Bones, We Fight All Night. Thank you. You guys were going, keeping it lit. Bulbous Order. Yeah, there's been a low-key. Eric Gomez, always a real one. Friday night edition. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We got only boxing on this. The next is Diego Pacheco. He was talking shit about Mexican boxing. So, he should win easily. Snackford in the building. He should win easily. Should be, I think UFC is having a card on Paramount. Ryan and Ben was announced. Yeah, man, we got to do this more often. Everybody, jumping on. John McSmith, thank you. Mars, thank you. Everybody joining in. Yeah, shit, you guys could talk boxing all day. I love it. Morb DC. Always forget about Morb. He always dropping them gems. But what do you guys think, man? Leave in the comments. Leave in the comments, man. Who's ducking who? Does Vergil need to go fight Fedor? Fedor was called a duck. Fedor's busy. He's gonna have a tune-up fight coming up. Is Vergil? Does he need to go get a belt? Does Jerron Ennis have a point? He's the man now. he is the man. I mean, it's undeniable that he's the man right now. Solo Dolo, thank you. Late, but better late than never, right? As they say. So yeah. We got some fight announcements. Earl Spence, Tim Zub. There's some fallouts. Jamal Charlo's no longer on the card. How could you even trust them? Zepeda and Roach, we talked about that. What will Devin Haney do next? So yeah, thank you everybody. Hit the like, don't be a hater, and leave your comments, man. Whose side are you on? Vergil Ortiz, Drawn Ennis. It just sucks. Looks like we're not gonna get it next. And I know you guys sent me some tweets. I'll try to get to that next time. But yeah, don't be a stranger. See you guys on the next one. And we out.
I'm your teacher. You have to pay attention.
What I love? Oh my god. Sorry. I just love a good roast beef sandwich.
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.